With Phil stumbling drunkenly out of his bed, appearing in his head all the things he's wanting to be said. 19 minutes of Phil to Phil, with so much time to kill. He promised chill, but all he does instead is beg and show. His dreams online and straight away begins to whine, but all is fine as long as Shad's benign and doesn't step out of line. His content's immature for all to endure like fresh manure, but I feel sure he ran straight to feeling so insecure. The money he earned from yesterday was withdrawn and long gone, as Phil's spending impulse is always had to stay on. If supports are also slow and stays so low and fails to grow, you never know, the show may turn into an easy bingo. Once kicked off across the board with charge to what because Escort can be ignored, just how much DSP makes us feel so bored. To help us fight or sleep and try to keep alert to watch a creep who play bingo, but Phil will bitch and why his sheep are also cheap. While DSP is chasing green, we're seeing green across the screen as Phil's routine predictability rivals are so machinima, snorting, burping, leaning, ban. It matters not if battery fun is shy or scan to see if hours make him feel less of a man. Takes a drink and starts his like before launching into a big pretending different bills when truth is there to buy a wrestling JPEG. Talks about his shitty life of call his cat and fatty life and all his strife while forgetting that it's unwell and they were rife. With drama he will react but isn't act as a fact as he rehearsed to be exact in how he felt he was attacked. She's nearly over it and a win is in sight, with what to white despite Phil to light that tips were not white. We'll say alright it is okay and now it's time for Phil to play, but first he'll say that tips will help from being off the other day. And with those words we win again, it's never if but always when the game is won. Thanks to that we made it to the very end. Hey guys, King Jad here, and welcome to DSP Bingo for today, Saturday the 8th of July 2023, a very rare Saturday bingo indeed, but I'm not going to be doing bingo on Sunday for a change, so I basically just switched up the days, kind of like Phil, switched up his schedule so he's got his react stuff tomorrow instead of today. So yeah, Phil, instead of fucking doing his normal DSP vs internet crap today, is actually playing Final Fantasy 16, and already before he's even begun anything else, he's bitching in his chat about the fucking game. He was fucking bitching and moaning about the playthrough of Final Fantasy 16 is very telling. People gave the first day's coverage 5 videos a view, then said nope, too boring and never came back, lol. Square Enix really effed up this one. I'm not sure if I can agree with that sentiment. The first 5 videos of Phil Burnell, right, for DSP, no, for Final Fantasy, 3.8k, 1.7, 1.8, 1.4, 2.3k views. Quite solid. The rest of them are not actually too bad though. 698, 909, 1.1k, 1.1k, 736, 819, 1.2k, and the most recent part of Final Fantasy that Phil uploaded has almost 1,000 views in it as well. This very bottom one, which you guys can't see because there's fucking bars in the way, hold on. See, there you go. 997 views for the very last part of Final Fantasy, so Phil is bitching and whining and moaning, but the fact of the matter is this happens to every single fucking DSP game as well. The very first part for Diablo 4 fucking got 5.8k views, and since then it's just been fucking dwindling down more and 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 more. Last time Phil got over 1,000 views in the fucking video was back on part fucking 12, whenever the fuck that was. So as you can see, he's not fucking managed to get 1,000 views since then, so people are fucking losing interest in Diablo 4. What about Legend of Zelda? The very first parts of Legend of Zelda got Phil Burnell 8.6k views, 3.3k, 2.7, 2.6, 3.3k views as well, and the kind of, you know, the first parts are quite high for him. And for the last part, so some of them are doing well. Zelda 1.3k views, randomly in part 43. But aside from that, 525, 888, 452, 556, 556, 749. He will get like, you know, between mid hundreds to high hundreds essentially for his Zelda shit. But the fact of the matter is it happens to every single one of his fucking playthroughs. It's not just a fucking Final Fantasy game it fucking happens for. So this fucking whining here from a Phil Burnell saying that fucking people are losing interest in the fucking game after the first few parts, that happens for every single goddamn playthrough. But not only Phil Burnell, but every single content creator out there it happens to. Every single content creator will always have a part 1 be the usual most popular part, because it's obviously fucking the start of the fucking playthrough, and they'll say it's one of the most fucking neutrals will fucking visit as well. When they want to stay, they'll stay, and if they don't want to stay, they won't fucking come back for parts 2, 3, 4, and 5, and 6, and so on. So I just don't understand that fucking whining and bitching and moaning from Phil. Jade, fucking special, you know, at time go. Jade has been a member for 25 months, ultra supporter level. Yo, he says, fucking ready for that. And then what's Phil bitching about now? Game journalists love this game, and it's becoming very apparent that their opinions are very different from the common gamer these days. Well, Phil, you're not a common gamer. Just because they're different from you doesn't mean you're not a common gamer. The journalists are not common gamers, and neither are you. Don't even fucking pretend that it's fucking one or the other. And now Phil is saying that this Final Fantasy has sold way less than other Final Fantasies actually. And now he's going to fucking use the restroom and he's going to BRB. Okay, first of all, let's just get into the fucking bingo side of things and let's get our card sorted for today's bingo shenanigans. Phil being all salty and bitchy already and he's not even fucking started much. Today's word is meaningful. Meaningful! Hooray! It's our favourite bingo word ever. I read a number between 1 and 210. The very first number in chat I see which contains a number 6 will be the one I use for today's bingo antics. Needs to contain number 6 though. Dashi was first to me with 66, so we're going to the 66th bingo card. Last time Dashi picked a card, it didn't go great, but I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt this time. So the card on the right hand side is the card we have for today's bingo fun and games. We got Phil to say by the way, there you go. Shocked, idiot, and him bumping his microphone. I got him touching his ear, him saying comment, him giving the good old prayer hands, him saying million and thumbs up. Then Phil to say dude, good news, him snorting, him saying fun, and addition. The fourth row is Phil saying literally, him discussing his family, him saying likes, on demand, and him making an annoying T sound, for example, Twitter or excited or whatever. The fifth and final row is Phil saying, oh, tired, alright, meaningful, and finally him making a weird noise. That is today's bingo card for us, and I think it's a quite strong one, a quite robust one, if I do say so myself, and yeah, I am optimistic that we are going to fucking end the, well, I say basically this is the last bingo for the weekend essentially, so yeah, this rare Saturday bingo stream, hopefully we will get a full house to, you know, celebrate the fucking weekend, today and all that jazz. So let's just save the card right now. Fantastic stuff indeed. So I can close that and then close that. Cool, guys. Oh yeah, by the way, just a little update here. It's actually going up since I last checked it. It's the Guy action figure by It's a Gundam, Dark to the Fill, and that being said, this is going to raise money for charity. And would you look at the fucking latest tally? It's at $4,550 so far. Quite an incredible amount of money. And of course it's all going to go to a good cause. But of course there's over a week left. There's over a week left for bidding, and this could fucking really... This might climb even higher. I can't believe how high it is fucking getting. I can't believe. But it's a Guy action figure. In case you're not aware of it, the Guy action figure designed by Dark to the Fill. And they got printed off into an actual fucking, you know, figure. With all sorts of different wee parts and all that, you know. This is fucking, look at it here. And the fucking, it's the Guy action figure. It's incredible. The wee pictures here are amazing. So you just can see the different parts taking all that. The Guy action figure. Unbelievable. Is it really him? It's the Guy. Unbelievable stuff. So yeah, congratulations to everyone involved in that. And hopefully it keeps claiming more and more and raises a good amount of money for charity.
Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much, D-Dog, for the super chat who says, yo, from Super Duper Ultra Elite Limited Edition Meaningful Uber DoorDash Mission Impossible Indie Transforming Fast Times 20-minute member. Inflatable crown. I fucking go. It's been a wee while since I've had a chance to play this fucking sound. I don't really have much reason to fucking play it anymore, sadly, but I thought I still have it in my soundboard.
Fucking inflatable fucking crown!
It's a great wee fucking sound clip, but sadly the fucking inflatable crown seems to have fucking forgotten and will be basically just that shit will be deflated in that closet for all time, I think, until Phil has another clear out in several years' time. So I might have to just fucking retire this little, you know, sound clip from my Stream Deck and replace it with something else.
Fucking inflatable fucking crown!
It's a good one, but sadly we don't get a chance to use it much. So of course, bingo. Bingo. So, there's a variety of ways for us to get free spaces for a bingo card that you're about to see before you on the screen. First of all, if Phil snorts 20 times or burps 10 times before he starts recording for gameplay for YouTube, that gives us a free space. Not only that, if Phil gets 100 likes from his audience and blows bubbles before he starts recording for gameplay, that too will give us a free space. And finally, if Phil Burnell, if this very bingo here, if this bingo right here that you're on right now, if this bingo stream gets 100 likes before we fucking finish playing bingo, not only is it a fucking free space, you guys get to enjoy the Bubbles animation that Pixar Animations so very kindly made for us all to enjoy. So, Plenty of ways for us to get free spaces, including one way which you guys have full control over. We might need a free space today, who knows, but you guys have control at least for one way for us to get a free space. Now, as you can see, Phil's away, so he's just fucking feeling his hands, whatever. How about we just enjoy some random old DSP clips? I found a couple of random ones. It's like a kind of timeline of Phil discussing gout. He first told everyone he had gout a few years before this, but I found a couple of interesting audio clips from older videos where Phil discusses gout, and he eventually throws his family under the bus for it. First of all, there's this one.
And the bottom line is, it's funny because what people will do is they'll bring shit up that has no pertinence to present day. I have not actually had any issues with gout in over 2 years. I've had a single flare-up, no problems, because I now am much more healthy. I drink less. I actually eat much healthier. I stopped eating the unhealthy stuff that was making me have medical issues, and I haven't had any issues in over 2 years. So there you go. In that regard, I'm good, but the people who bring that shit up, they do it on purpose, not because it's pertinent, but because they think it's insulting, right? So that's the difference. You want to bring up a meme, that's something kind of fun, everyone can laugh, you know. There's a difference between laughing with someone and laughing at them. I'm okay with people laughing and saying, oh, you know, Phil sucks at games and he online lag and shit like that. That I'll laugh at every day. You know what I mean? Every single day. But when you bring up personal shit, right? When you're bringing up absolutely personal shit about someone's family, someone's friends, someone's medical conditions, that's ridiculous. That's no one's fucking business to be bringing shit up like that, you know?
There's no one's fucking business. You probably fucking should. You should have told everyone you had to get out in the first place then. You're the one that fucking decided to fucking share with your audience in 2015, Phil, that you had gout. So of course you're going to fucking make fun of you because it's a funny disease you gave yourself because you're a greedy bastard and you ate too much fucking shit. It's called the King's disease for a fucking reason. You're a very unhealthy lifestyle, you consume so much alcohol and red meat's not shit, and you basically gave yourself gout. But of course Phil would fucking try and retcon this kind of story and blame someone else at a later date. Now, this was August 2018, he said this, right? In November 2018, Phil had this to say about gout.
The truth of the matter is, I have no problem talking about my medical condition, also known as gout, which I don't have anymore. Gout is when you have a flare-up, but I just don't like when people constantly bring it up like it's something like an insult that I have it.
Hold on. Apparently Phil's online now. Son of a bitch, she's starting early. He's like several minutes early. What an arsehole. Oh, we had his normal fucking intro and then played a long intro. Okay, fuck it. I guess we're going to build up some speed up juice, okay? We're going to build up speed up juice. Fuck it, well, I'm going to leave it on pause and have some speed up juice built in, because I want to fucking finish playing these gouty clips, okay? So I'm gonna enjoy these gouty clips.
I just don't like when people constantly bring it up like it's something like an insult that I have it. It's actually hereditary. My aunt had it, which I didn't know, and my aunt apparently had it her whole life, didn't tell anybody, and we just found this out like last year after I had already had it for like 2 years. Then we found out she had it. I haven't had any issues with my gout in 2 years. It was the summer of 2016 was the last time I had an issue with it. I haven't had any problems whatsoever with it since then, because I've totally adjusted my diet and everything. So
apparently gout's genetic. Even though there's no real fucking known history of this to ever fucking happen, Phil was throwing his goddamn aunt under the bus. You know, my aunt had gout and she never told anyone. So, you know, it's not a fucking hereditary condition. It's hard for me to say. It is not a hereditary condition, Phil. Come on, for fuck's sake. It's your own goddamn fault you got gout. But, yeah, anyway. That's him blaming his fucking aunt. We have autos on standby, yes. If we need autos, we can have them on standby when we need them. I'm going to go to 1.25 speed immediately before we even begin. Just because I think we'll need it. But, yeah. So, all that being said and everything else, time to play bingo. Now, of course, guys, feel free to please tag me in the chat. If I miss anything in the card, tag me in the chat, tell me what I've missed. I don't mind pausing, rewinding, going back to check, and so on and so on. Sometimes I miss things on the card. It's not my fault, you know, bugged bingo mechanics, nothing I can do. I'm a stupid bastard, what can I say? But with all that being said, we've got 25 out of 25 on this bingo card today. One of you guys can potentially win a prize, but you've got to make sure that you've had your fucking comment put on the community post, which is linked in the description of his live stream. So in the description of his live stream, there's a community post I made back at the start of fucking May. All I ask you to do is make sure you put, if you left a comment in it, That way, you'll be eligible to potentially win a prize, $25 prize, if we get a full house in the bingo. With all that being said, let's start the bingo. Here we fucking go. Good luck, everyone.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the show. I'm Darkside Phil, and this is the Level 1 podcast for Saturday, the 8th of July, 2023. Oh, what a glorious weekend we have. Or do we? Well, let's talk a little bit about that, because this weekend schedule got thrown into a little bit of disarray. Normally, today would be my React day, where we would do the podcast, and then we would jump over to my sister channel, DSP Reacts, and we would do DSP versus the Internet, my weekly Clips React show, where members nominate funny and interesting clips from all over the Internet to watch. And I watch them back and react to them. It's been a successful show. I've launched way back in February. It's been going strong ever since. But a monkey's wrench has been thrown into our plans. Very annoying when a monkey throws a wrench at you. First of all, it hurts. If it hits you, it's made of solid metal, and it could break some bones and cause some bruising, some contusions. However, even if you avoid the monkey's wrench, sometimes it'll still screw with other things. And this weekend is very much that case, because later this afternoon, I'm going to be interrupted, all right? I don't know exactly the time, but I'm going to be interrupted, and when I get interrupted, that means I have to stop streaming, or at least go on a break for likely an extended period of time, all right? Now, since I don't actually know the extent of what's going on, I can't tell you if this is going to be like, oh, let's take a break, and I'll be back in 30 minutes, or let's take a break, and I'll be back in an hour, or, oh, let's just end the stream because I'm not going to be able to come back. I don't know, all right? And I don't like having that air of uncertainty. I don't. I like having more control over my streams and my content, but it was a matter of completely canceling today's stream entirely, or doing a stream with that air of uncertainty, and I opted for the air of uncertainty. I'd rather stream for you guys and then have to take a break and maybe come back than not stream at all, okay? So, because we did this, because I'm doing this, I decided to swap the streams, and that means that today will actually be the gameplay that was supposed to be tomorrow, and tomorrow will be DSP versus the Internet. So if you like the Internet React show, the Clips React show over on DSP React, it's happening tomorrow on Sunday. Now, this is interesting because this may open up discussion about future scheduling. We'll talk about that in a second. So, that means today, we're going to have a full gameplay day here on DSP Gaming. My first stream will be Final Fantasy 16 continuing on. We just had a big time skip in the game. A 5-year time skip. And I don't know, what happens now if the plot picks up, goes back down to being slow as dirt, because we had 2 hours of boredom and 1 hour of extreme action and fun on the last stream, which seems to be the pacing for this game. Bore you to tears for 2 hours of just filler, and then all of a sudden cram a bunch of action into like an hour with all kinds of interesting plot developments and things, and then go back to going slow as dirt and like a slug again. So, I guess we'll see what happens on the stream today. I'm hoping for more interesting things than more boring things, but I can't make the game be good. I can't make the writers of the game...
Can't make the game be good. So Philfix is not a good game, essentially. That's what he's telling. You can't make the game be good. I'm just also... Anyone hearing that, any single fucking person hearing that, would think he thinks it's a bad game. He doesn't think it's a good game, so he thinks it's a bad game. Because those words, I can't make the game be good, also fucking gives you that impression that he thinks it's a bad game. But if we just tell people Phil thinks Final Fantasy 16 is bad, he would complain and say I never said that. Because that strange fucking, pig explanation crap, it's like, fucking, I'm putting words in my fucking mouth. You said the game, you said you can't make the game be good. That tells us you think it's fucking bad.
Or interesting things than more boring things, but I can't make the game be good. I can't make the writers of the game learn the concept of pacing, which apparently they don't understand, especially in 2023. I shouldn't be playing 15 hours of the game and only be interested for 5 of them. If I'm bored for 2/3 of the time I've played your game, you have failed. And they have failed. Sorry, I hate to say it. Even Final Fantasy 15, with its open world kind of driving around concept, was way more interesting than this game in the first 15 hours. So, we're going to continue on with this game this week. And by the way, we talked about this at length yesterday, but let's address it again. I have a group of my audience that actually keep asking me to drop Final Fantasy 16. They're like, dude, this is getting your 15 hours in, the game is so boring, don't play it anymore. Do anything else. Go back to Elden Ring, play a new game. There's other games coming up this month. Do something else. And I'm like, it sucks. I committed 15 hours. I already spent $70 on it. I am a fan of Final Fantasy. I've loved Final Fantasy since I was a kid. Final Fantasy 2/4, which was an SNES game, was the first one I ever played. I loved it. I played like every numbered one. And it's unfortunate that this one, sadly, doesn't seem to be living up to expectations, which is hilarious because I had no expectations. Remember, I didn't spoil myself on this game at all. I just played it cold, and these are my honest feelings, not having had any previous expectations, just being transparent with you guys about what I think. So we're gonna play it today, and we're gonna play it again on Tuesday. I figure after 2 more major streams, all right, if this game isn't enough to hook us, I think we're done with it. All right. Now, I'm being honest with you, I don't want it to come to that. I'd rather have this continue as a playthrough over the month of July and into August till we finish it. But do we see the point of continuing on with a game that's not resonating with my audience at this point? And for me, I'm bored 2/3 of the time, you know, like, I just don't get it. And I'm disappointed, to say the least, at this point, but I do hope that things get better. I do hope that the game does get more interesting. I now have 3 different elemental abilities, right? I have fire and 2 aspects of fire, Phoenix and Ifrit. Then I've got Garuda, which is wind, and now I've got Rama, which is lightning, and I can alternate between these in combat, and I'll probably mess around with different builds in combat and stuff. We'll see. If anything, the combat's fine, it's just repetitive. Like, what I'm noticing now is, you fight the mob of enemies. Okay, these enemies are weak, so what do? You just do giant combos till they're all dead. Oh, here comes a guy who's a tank. Okay, so you beat him up, you dodge a bunch, you beat him up, you dodge a bunch, you beat him up, you dodge a bunch, stagger. Punish the stagger with the punishing move, the pull. Beat him up, stagger, beat him up, dodge, beat him up, dodge. Okay, finisher. It's very repetitive. And I hope that it's not like that the whole game, because if we're 15 hours in and we've seen the extent of what the combat is, I feel like it's going to be very boring. But we'll see. Again,
I've never played the Final Fantasy games, okay? But I've seen fucking gameplays of them, right? Of all, all very, different kinds, right? And to me, it always struck me as the fighting was quite repetitive. You'd also try and be as strong as fucking possible, but you're basically just trying to fucking weaken the enemy as fast as fucking possible so you can fucking beat them and fucking continue the fucking game, essentially. And the enemies aren't fucking that varied, essentially. I mean, you get some, I don't know, but watching Final Fantasy fucking playthroughs, it always strikes me as quite a repetitive process whenever it comes to fucking combat side of things. So why is this a fucking new thing for Phil Burnell to fucking experience for Final Fantasy 16? To me, because anytime, as I said, I've never played it though, I'm just talking like from a fucking viewer's point of view, but it all seemed like the combat in Final Fantasy games was a very repetitive, almost like a chore. I was like, oh shit, here's some more fucking scrubs we need to fucking just quickly beat, so it's for us to fucking advance. I don't know, but that's the impression I got from fucking, anytime I watch fucking Final Fantasy games in general, that's the impression I've always fucking gotten. So says turn-based is also very repetitive, exactly. John Smith says those repetitions usually feel better when you're the one playing.
let us continue this week, today and Tuesday. Let's give it a shot. Let's be honest with it. And I'm not going to quit. I'm not going to jump onto, the hate bandwagon that a lot of people have for the game, but I'm also not going to be a fanboy about it. I'm going to try to be, honest with you guys about my feelings, all right? So, because the schedule is different, Final Fantasy is today. I wish I could tell you if and when the interruption is going to happen. So, here's the deal. If the interruption happens early, let's say we start playing within the first hour, all right? My hope is that it won't last all day, and I'll be able to come back. But what I'll do is I'll probably just leave the stream on with the music playing, and if and when I can come back, I'll tell you, hey, I'm back, let's continue. I'll probably post up on social media, and of course on the channel page here on the community tab, hey, I'm back, come back, and we're resuming now for how much long we have left. If the interruption happens later on, like let's say the interruption happens at like 3 p.m., then I don't see the reason to come back, even if it's fast, what's the point of coming back for like 20 minutes, right? So it all depends on when the interruption happens, and I am planning on having a shorter podcast today. I don't see the point in going long on today's podcast. In fact, I don't have that much to talk about on the show today, besides Street Fighter 6 yesterday, which, by the way, was my best day ever in Street Fighter 6. Like, superb gameplay, highest level gameplay I've done yet in the game. Not only did I happen to hit my 1,000th win.
That's a lie. That's a fucking lie right there. No Shadow's trying to wonder what's happening with Phil. They're getting evicted. My theory on the interruption, I'm pretty confused, to be honest. I don't have a concrete theory myself. I'm going to randomly guess that either something's getting repaired in the house that I fucking hired somebody for, or alternatively, maybe they're trying to remortgage, and so to do that, somebody's like fucking evaluating. I think as a case, I'm not a homeowner myself, so I'm not entirely sure about the process, but if you want to remortgage, you need someone out to fucking value the place and make sure it's still up to scratch. So it could be that kind of thing. I don't know. But yeah, obviously I'm Okay, that interruption there for me was just getting the latest stats from Profit. So Phil claims he's got over 1,000 wins by now. Not officially. Not with ranked wins anyway. And I'll say Profit posted this 20 minutes ago. After yesterday's stupidity of 10 command grabs per round, Phil wound up 0.21% higher than his previous rank with Blanca. Unfortunately, Phil is still not legit 1,000 wins without counting casual matches yet. Of course he wants 1,000 wins counting casual, since it'll take him too long to reach it in rank. Probably another 2 streams, so whatever Phil lies out today, those are actual stats for the biggest loser on interwebs, Philly Burnell. So you see here, Phil Burnell has 915 victories so far in ranked matches. And there's his fucking record for all these fucking different fighters. As you can see. So he's had 302, so 493, but almost 500 fights with Blanca, and he's had over 300 victories. So there you go. But overall, Phil has had 1,669 battles, and he's won 915 of them, giving him a 54.82% win ratio, just over 50%. So Phil Burnell, claiming he's fucking got over 1,000 wins, not legitimate, lies. Ranked, he is not even close to 1,000 yet. He is still 85 all the way.
In Street Fighter 6, which is amazing, okay? But I also leveled up my Blanca dramatically 2 levels of diamond. Just think about how crazy that is. 2 different freaking levels. Alright? So, it went really well. I had a great time yesterday on Street Fighter 6, and we're going to talk about that in a bit. That's really my only topic today. I don't really have much, there's no game news to talk about today.
Oh my fucking god, it's got on my... I feel so fucking bad for you guys. Not only is it going to be a shorter podcast, the entire podcast is going to be him talking about Street Fighter again. And blowing us all to fucking death. I am regretting doing bingo on a Saturday. I did not anticipate it'd be such a short podcast. I do apologise, guys. I didn't anticipate this. I thought it was going to be a normal life podcast and Phil just fucking play as long as fucking possible.
Today or anything like that. So what we'll do, we'll go schedule Street Fighter 6, and we'll do Q&A, shout-outs, and we'll be done with the podcast, likely end it early, try to jump into some Final Fantasy 16 gameplay and see how it goes from there, alright? Okay. Alright. So, let us jump in, shall we? What's hilarious is that someone in the chat says playing with the best character in the game will do that. Literally no one thinks Blanca is the best character in the game. Everyone says the rushdown characters, such as Ken, Jury, Luke, DJ, everyone says that's the top tier, and likely Blanca is just under or 2 tiers under. No one says Blanca's top tier. You're an idiot. But that's the thing. My haters are so desperate to discredit anything that I do that they will take an entire day of successful gameplay, leveling up, a really awesome day of Street Fighter yesterday, and they have to try to find excuses for why I did so well. Oh, because the character's overpowered. It's the best character in the game. He's going to get nerfed. Oh, you see, because Phil...
I mean, he will get nerfed, very likely. He is a very overpowered character. There's some aspects of the fucking character which is broken, and they're likely going to fucking nerf him after fucking evil.
Lucky, and he mashes, and he gets... Fuck off. I'm good at Street Fighter, stupid. I always was. All I need to do is apply myself and practice, and then I will actually get good. I haven't done that in over a decade, and that's why I've sucked, because I didn't like Street Fighter 5. If I apply myself to these games, I will do good, and that's all it takes. Now, I'm not going to do good with every character, and I'm not a tournament-level player, but I'm not awful at Street Fighter. It doesn't matter what you say, it doesn't matter what you do, it doesn't matter how hard you try, or how you try to rewrite history. I'm still good at Street Fighter. Deal with it, motherfuckers.
What a fucking bitch. What the fuck?
By the way, the stream chat froze. Yeah, it did. Stream chat working for anyone? It's completely frozen on both of my screens here. But the stream's still rolling. Yeah, look at that. What happened to stream chat? You guys...
Maybe they just fucking got bored of your fucking antics and just couldn't be arsed fucking talking to you anymore. Prophet is saying, no one's ever said Phil Burnell's bad. He's a middle-of-the-road player, standard scrub. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This fucking... Watching Phil play Street Fighter doesn't actually impress me a huge amount because he is quite... Even for me, I've never played Street Fighter, okay? I don't think I'd be good at Street Fighter. I might be alright, I don't know. It's one of those things I have no idea if I'd be good or not. But watching Phil play Street Fighter, I can see how predictable he is at times. I can predict when he's going to do things, even before he does it. Because he can anticipate these things happening. And that's just me watching him play. Because we're so used to seeing him fucking play as well, he spams these fucking command throws and the fucking 360 granite. But he spams that a huge amount of times, and we fucking anticipate it, and we can see it coming. So it's one of those things where it's like, I'm somebody that's not actually fucking play the game. And I can kind of predict when Phil's going to do these specific fucking moves. So how would fucking normal players and good players handle that? Of course, going to fucking be better at seeing these things, noticing these things, and will likely be able to deal with it a whole lot better and cause Phil to fucking bitch out and rage. But yeah, I've always maintained that Phil Bonnell is a semi-decent Street Fighter player. He's fucking also Super Turbo 2 is a fucking highlight of his fucking life, essentially. And, you know, that's a fucking, you know, the success of that, and glory days of that is what he's rode for over a decade now. The fucking, you know, the back in the fucking day where he fucking came forward for Evil one fucking time because no one else fucking bothered to play. That kind of shit, you know. But, he still fucking lives off those fucking glory days and tries to fucking pass it off as him being... He's an average... No, 54% Phil. You win almost as much as you fucking lose. You got a 54% record and ranked. When you hit 70% or 75% or whatever, that is when I'm going to call you a good fucking player. But until Phil is consistently good at Street Fighter, where he's fucking winning the majority of his fucking matches, as in he's winning, like, I'm going to say 75%. When Phil can win 75% of his fucking matches in ranked, I will fucking call him a good Street Fighter 6 player. Until that happens, I'm going to fucking call him an average fucking Street Fighter player.
You guys can't talk, right? It's frozen. You would think by now someone would have said something. It's completely frozen. I wonder if chat just crashed completely on YouTube and if my stream's about to crash too. My viewership is fluctuating, which means the stream's working, but chat just completely froze. Wow. I laid down the law so hard for the haters that the chat just crashed completely. That's interesting. Wow. I've never seen that one happen before. I guess I'll continue on. I hope that you guys can talk sooner rather than later. I have no idea what just happened, that no one can speak. That's kind of weird. Hopefully you'll be able to talk soon. Anyway, so let's talk schedule first. Let's get through the schedule for the rest of the week, and then we'll talk about how Street Fighter went yesterday, and then we'll get to, hopefully, Q&A if the chat unfreezes. What's funny is people are clicking on, you know those little interactive emotes you can click on, like the happy face, the party horn, the 100? Those are still working. That's the only thing that's working. Chat is completely frozen on my screen, but I'm seeing your little emote things pop up, so I know you're still there. They wouldn't be there. People weren't able to see the stream. Those wouldn't be popping up. They're popping up. It's just YouTube chat has completely crashed. Wow. I have no idea. Hopefully it comes back. It's been frozen now for 3 minutes and counting. Hopefully it comes back. Okay, so, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about the schedule for the rest of the week, shall we? So, today, Final Fantasy 16 with an interruption. Don't know when. I'll let you know if and when I know. And we'll take that break, and if I can come back, great. And if not, 'cause it's later in the stream, then that's it. But I'm going to try to make this a shorter podcast, all right? So that basically we can get more gameplay in if possible before the interruption. Tonight on the late stream, this is exciting. 6:45 p.m. Pacific time tonight. It is the conclusion of Diablo 4. After a month of playing, over 20 hours of gameplay, we're going to wrap up the narrative of the game. Now, I'm well aware that the game has tons and tons of content after the story wraps up. But for me, oh, the chat just unfroze. Casanova says, I just got here. That was 5 minutes my chat was frozen. 5 minutes frozen. That was interesting. Well, welcome back, everyone. All right, so anyway, tonight on the late stream, it's Diablo 4 continuing on, all right, and finishing. We're in the end game now, like we're in the final area, but we still have about about an hour to an hour and a half left in the game to finish it. And the reason I know that is because my wife just beat it the other day on our day off. Luckily I wasn't spoiled. She beat it when I was gone running the errands for the week, and you know, she told me what was left. I'm like, okay, I should definitely beat it unless I really get my ass handed to me. If I get my ass handed to me, then that's one thing. If I have to maybe go off and grind and level up a bit, then I guess, you know, it is what it is. We'll have to see how it goes tonight, okay? But I should beat it. Like, time-wise, I have enough time, but the question is how hard is the end of the game? If it's too tough and I'm not leveled enough and I have to go grind for a stream, then I might have to do that. So be it, right? We'll see. But, probable conclusion of Diablo tonight on the late stream, okay? We'll see what happens. Tomorrow, like I said, what a weird day tomorrow. So we'll have a level 1 podcast in the morning, and then after that we'll do DSP versus the Internet React show over on DSP Reacts, and that's it. Like, literally, that's all, because a late stream is no stream. I have to film private React videos for my patrons for the month, so that's going to take up the entire segment that would have been, like, the late stream, and, it's that simple. Like, I'm kind of shot tomorrow. It's not really a full streaming day for me, okay? Well, I will come back full force on Monday. Monday's first stream will be Street Fighter 6, and I've chosen either Lily or Marisa, one or the other, okay? And I hope that you guys will join me for that, because it's a return character. You know, I'm going to try to level up with those characters. I haven't played with them in a while, actually. Both Lily and Marisa, I haven't played in ranked in ages. So to actually jump back in and try to learn, what I'll do is, like I've been doing, I'll watch tech videos. I'll try to absorb knowledge on these characters while I watch these videos, and then come back stronger on Monday when I play. Monday night, will be a late night stream of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. We're actually about halfway through the final dungeon, so we'll try to complete the final dungeon. We'll see if we can do it or not. All that's left in Tears of the Kingdom is the final dungeon, all right, and then the road to Ganon and the actual Ganon fight. But for what I'm to understand, it's going to be quite challenging for me because I don't have a ton of hearts, all right, and I don't have armor leveled up. So people are saying, yeah, it might be tough for me, which is why they guided me to get things like the fast travel and stuff like that, so that way I don't get screwed over. And if I die, I can try right from the start. So we'll see how it goes, all right? We'll definitely see how it goes on Monday night and go from there. Tuesday, more Final Fantasy 16, so that'll be the second Final Fantasy 16 stream of the week. And then Tuesday night, maybe more and the conclusion of Diablo, or if we've already beaten Diablo tonight, then Tuesday night we'll do something different, and we have some options. I would say option number 1, all right, would be the World Tour mode of Street Fighter 6. This is a mode that we talked about a ton before the game came out, a mode that likely some people actually bought the game to play. It's essentially its own isolated story mode, separate from the competitive nature of the game. It allows you to create your own avatar and run through this open world and beat up anyone in the streets to level up, and once you do, you get experience points, you get items, you train with the actual fighters of the game as trainers, you learn their abilities, and you level up your avatar to be a custom-made fighter character. It's a really neat concept, and it lasts about 20 hours of gameplay. Well, I've played 3. That's it. And then we never went back to it, okay? So this is a potential thing to do, as a balance, and do it on Tuesday night. Another option would be to check out a game called Amnesia the Bunker. This is a survival horror game that released last month on Game Pass. It was rated quite highly, and literally, it didn't get any buzz. Why? Because it came out amongst the releases of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, Street Fighter 6, and Diablo 4, and then right after that, Final Fantasy 16 came out. So all these giant blockbusters just destroyed it. And what's a shame is, everyone says it's really good. Like, everyone says it's quite a good game. It's fun, it's suspenseful, it's scary, it's got a good plot. And I'm like, dude, that's right up my alley. I would probably really like the game. But it's just sad that, like, it just went and kind of fizzed and no one ever knew it existed. So I'm down for that. If you guys want to see horror, I'm definitely down to start a horror game this week as well. We'll see. Or another option.
Was that a thumbs up or fucking fingers crossed? What the fuck was that?
Horror, I'm definitely down to start a horror game this week as well. We'll see. Or
hold on, what was that?
But it's just sad that, like, it just went and kind of fizzed and no one ever knew it existed.
What was this?
So I'm down for that. If you guys want to see horror, I'm definitely down.
It was just him fucking shaking his fucking weird hands. But okay, no worries. I wasn't sure if I fucking missed a thumbs up. I seen his hands pop up. I wasn't really paying attention to Phil, so I wasn't sure what he was doing with his fucking hands. So I was like, what the fuck is the name? Was he crossing his fingers? Because we had thumbs up on the card, I was trying to make sure I wasn't missing a thumbs up. So there we go. Strong start to the card. Even though this is going to be a shorter podcast by Phil's own wording, it's still quite a strong start to the card. Quite a lot of green on the screen for us today so far, and hopefully we can keep it going.
To start a horror game this week as well. We'll see.
Oh, Phil said fun. I missed fun. There you go. Oh, there we go. I'm going to tick fun, and there we are. Even more green on the screen.
Or another option, we could return to Elden Ring. Now, I'll be honest, there's no rush for that. We could go back to Elden Ring literally at any point. We already got more than halfway through the game, right? We just beat the capital city. And what was the last thing we did? We went and we did the underground quest line. I forget the name of the city. The sunken forgotten city or whatever, but we fought the Lich Dragon and we destroyed it with magic, remember? We just absolutely melted the Lich Dragon with magic. I was like, oh my god, I can't believe you can do that in this game. But that was like 2 months ago, right? So we can go back to that if you guys so desire. I'd be down for that, try to finish up the game. We still have the final, third of the game, plus we have the underground sewer dungeon, the first version of Moog, and all of that stuff, okay? So we'll see what you guys want as the next thing once Diablo concludes, but that all could possibly start Tuesday night. Then on Wednesday, I'm going to do one final stream of Street Fighter 6 for the week, and this one will likely be whoever I didn't use on Monday. So let's say I did 3 hours of Lily on Monday, then it'll probably be 3 hours of Marisa on Wednesday, or vice versa, for some good variety this week. So no new character this week, that's fine. I don't always have to be using a new character in the game, and in fact, by going back to the characters that I've already previously played, it's going to allow me to level up and do better, rather than me focusing solely on new characters and choking. Also, here's something very important. We're going to talk about this in a moment, but I learned how to use parry yesterday. And this is now going to apply to all of my characters. So anyone I'm using, I'm going to be trying to parry, and it should be really well implemented, I feel. So we'll see. Okay. And then Wednesday night, the likely conclusion of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. Because it really depends on how Monday night went, but it's likely going to end on Wednesday night. So there's very strong potential that both Diablo 4 and Zelda will conclude this week, which then will free up a lot of streaming time for us for the rest of the month to determine what we want to do on these other streams. And I'm open to suggestions. So I want to hear what you guys want. Let me know what you think. Right now, it seems like there seemed to be a consensus in chat that they wanted to see me start Amnesia the Bunker. So we'll see. Okay, that's the schedule for the week. Keep in mind, later this month, we got a special event going on. Right now, it's tentatively set for Sunday, July 30th. It is called The Dark Side of Machinima. It's a special React event exclusively on DSP Reacts, my sister channel. It'll be a day-long event with multiple levels. Part 1, I'm going to be watching and reacting to the documentary by June the King covering Machinima. It's about a 50-minute documentary. He's the one person on YouTube who's actually covered this thing in depth. Most people did not. They just glanced over or whatever. It's like, dude, this is one of the biggest partnership networks on YouTube, and it completely failed and went out of business. How did that happen? Well, he covers the story. So I'm going to be reacting to that. But in addition, I was one of the longest running partners of Machinima. Over 6 years I was with this company. All right? And boy, there were ups and downs. And this company, the best way I can describe them is kind of like, almost like bipolar. Where at one moment they'd be in this one mindset where they want to do this and they're gung-ho for it, and then all of a sudden you go to talk to them again, oh no, we canceled that, now we're doing this over here, we're doing it, wait, what? But we were so gung-ho to do this, and now you laid off the people even involved in it, and you're doing something different. Yeah, don't talk to us, we're busy with this thing over here. Then all of a sudden, 6 months later, they would contact you, oh, we got a special initiative, let's do this and this and this, wait, but you said you wanted nothing to do with me, you're busy with this over here. Well, now let's do this. Like, huh? They were the most disjointed, disorganized company. I'm not surprised they went out of business, but I have a lot of history with them. And I saved all of my interactions with them over the years. I have tons of emails I'm going to sift through to try to find the most interesting stories and interactions I ever had with them, including some of the times when, for example, during the time when we were going through the false copyright takedown saga and how everyone was hitting me with false bullshit, and so Machinima took it upon themselves to try to counter-claim or claim people's videos on YouTube under the Machinima umbrella and try to take their ad revenue, which I didn't agree with, but they did it anyway. You know, some of the contract negotiations we went through that were absolutely ludicrously stupid. All right, like there's just a lot to talk about.
When Phil in December of 2015 fucking made an emergency video talking about how Machinima were going to fucking renegotiate his contract again, he went out of his way to try and express his gratitude to Machinima for fucking extending the period of time he had to fucking think about what he wanted to do. Initially, Phil Burnell was given 10 days to decide if he wants to stay with Machinima on a renegotiated contract. He asked them, he begged them, can I please get some more time, because 10 days is not enough time for me to basically decide my entire life. And so they gave him a special fucking extension, and they basically gave him like a temporary 1 month contract until the end of January for him to determine whether he wants to stay or not with Machinima. So him fucking trying to complain about Machinima, he was full of praise for him back in the fucking day. Machinima were the ones he stayed with because they were offering him the most money. Even though he fucking knew about their fucking reputation, he knew about people fucking hating them, he knew there were fucking questionable their fucking decisions and all shit. Despite all this, Phil Burnell decided to fucking ignore his moral compass and stay with Machinima, purely and specifically because they were offering him more money. This fucking anti-shill piece of shit stayed with Machinima despite its reputation, because they were the ones offering the most money.
And so we're going to cover that. All right, I have merch, I have things to show you from my years with Machinima that I'm probably the only person who still has this shit, you know, because I saved all my old shit. So it's going to be a fun event, something different and something fun and interesting for the React channel, and that's going to be the very end of the month. That's coming, all right? The month of August is going to be a celebration of my 15 years as a content creator. It's going to be my big anniversary month where we're going to be doing all kinds of stuff. There's going to be a retrospective marathon where you guys are going to nominate your favorite moments in my 15-year history for us to watch back and react to. There's going to be a special tier maker where I rank all of the games that I previously said were like game of the year or runner-up and see how they hold up in 2023. I'm going to be doing some throwback playthroughs and projects where likely I'm going to be playing some older games to a full capacity with a modern playthrough with live streaming, web, face cam interaction with you. We may even finally come to a determination of what to do with the old playthroughs I have archived on the hard drives, including Red Dead Redemption and Undead Nightmare.
That is not a thumbs up. When he uses his thumb to count, it's not a proper thumbs up.
And the Suicide Kings stuff that I did, plus LA Noire and a few other retro things that have been lost to time. Perhaps we will upload them somewhere. All right? So there's a lot going on to celebrate my anniversary in the month of August. All right? I will say one thing. If anyone has a recommendation of a merchandise company that I can work with that is a actual intelligent, mature merchandise company that doesn't bend over because of dumb-ass woke culture and is so stupid that if my trolls message them to say things like Phil said this 10, 15 years ago, that they will say, oh, we don't want to work with that person, okay? You know, a company with a brain, but it's rare to find one these days. It really is. If someone knows of a merchandise company who'd like to work with me or I can work with to design merch and release a 15th anniversary line of clothing, I would love to do that.
How about you fucking try and seek this out all by yourself, you lazy piece of shit? This is your fucking business, this is your fucking future you got to fucking think of here. So how about you fucking do your own goddamn fucking effort? Put some effort into your own fucking business for once, Phil. And you go out there, and you look for these fucking companies, and you fucking reach out to them, and you ask them these fucking questions. Don't fucking rely on your goddamn audience to fucking hold your goddamn hand through every single fucking step of your goddamn fucking miserable life. Fucking grow the fuck up.
People have been asking me for this for years now, and I'm like, there's no point. Why put a bunch of time and effort into making a merchandise line if then my haters are just going to mass contact that company and be like, oh, so look what he said 10, 15 years ago in his videos, you know, cancel him. And then they kick me out of the company and say, we don't want to work with me, right? It's insanely stupid, especially because I never actually said anything offensively racist or anything like that. You know, back then it was all just jokes. No one took offense at the generalized comedy I used to do because woke culture has changed modern society. Now everyone thinks that things 10, 15 years ago are like the worst things ever on planet Earth and that you're the devil if you participated in them.
Do I need to fucking play my video again of Phil saying the N-word over and over again? You know what I'm fucking saying? Phil did all these fucking things and he's not taking responsibility for his actions from what he fucking said and done back in the day.
So, if there's a company out there that's different, that actually will not bend the knee to a bunch of idiots on the internet, I'd like to work with them. Because I feel like we would make some money together. People are asking me for merch. I would make some silly designs and things that, yes, are making fun of me, which I'm...
You would make some silly designs and things? I fucking don't fucking believe that for a second. You wouldn't design fuck all. It'd be a fucking dead-headed fucking army. Just to fucking, no, here's, get some fucking ridiculous fucking artists and make a fucking stream art shit to fucking design some t-shirts as well, for free. So, how much fucking effort will Phil Burnell put into this? Apart from just asking people to do shit for him, what effort is Phil Burnell going to put into this? He doesn't design shit, he doesn't know how to design shit. I can't fucking believe he just claimed he was going to fucking design shit. Fuck off.
Together. People are asking me for merch. I would make some silly designs and things that, yes, are making fun of me, which I'm totally okay with. You know, I want to make merch that people like and is funny, but at the same time people want. But I need to have a company that'll work with me, and I don't know if there any even exist, honestly. I just have no clue. Please send me suggestions if you know any. I'd definitely like to hear from you on this one, because I don't know. And like I said, it's a lot of time and effort to make merch and work with a website to set it up. I'm not going to do it just to have it shut down, so let me know if you know anything about that. Okay, guys? Okay. So, let's continue. Alright, let's talk about Street Fighter 6 briefly. Yesterday, I played Street Fighter 6 all day long for Street Fighter Fridays. Yesterday, I exclusively played with Blanca. And ladies and gentlemen, I had the most successful day I've ever had in Street Fighter 6 yesterday. I had the most wins in one day. Alright? I hit my 1,000th win.
No, he didn't.
Which is a huge milestone for me. I told you guys I'd be excited to see when
It's not a big fucking deal, no one fucking else cares about it. You fucking search for 1,000 wins Street Fighter 6 on YouTube, you won't find fuck all. No one cares about that fucking milestone. Only you do, because you're a sad piece of shit. Move on.
I hit it, and we hit it. So now what I would say is, I don't know, my 1,500th win, and then maybe the...
Oh my fucking god, it never fucking ends. Fuck off.
2,000th win, or maybe we should just track to the 2,000th win. I guess it depends. What do you guys think? I would say the least the 2,000th win would be the next one, right? Let's figure this out together, what you guys would like to track towards, because obviously milestones are important and interesting, right? But in addition to that, unprecedented, I leveled up my Blanca 2 levels in Diamond. Not 1, 2 freaking levels. That's an accomplishment, because Diamond is rough. Diamond, everyone there is a tryhard. Like, literally, they call them sweaty tryhards. Almost everyone playing in Diamond has been playing this game since launch, has only been using 1 to 2 characters exclusively, have been hardcore playing those characters, and are doing their absolute best to win by any means necessary.
Okay, Phil, let's have a very quick look. Let's go to Prophet's fucking channel again here. So, because according to Phil Burnell, everyone else has been fucking playing, you know, it's like the hardcore 1 or 2 characters, and then they just fucking cycling everyone else. Phil Burnell, in ranked matches alone, has been playing with Blanca 493 times. Of his 1,669 battles, 493 of them have been using 1 fucking character. And I'll say Zangief, then it's fucking Dalsum, Marisa, Lily, then Ryu, Manon, Honda, Chun-Li, DJ, and JP. 493, almost 500. And it's just like, it's like between like a third and a quarter of his fucking matches overall in ranked have been the 1 character. He's a fucking hypocrite, and he doesn't even fucking realise it. It's unbelievable how fucking, you know, how clueless he is with this kind of shit. He really is so clueless with this crap.
I mean, holy shit, I saw some ridiculous abusable stuff yesterday. By far, the thing that took the cake for me, that I can't believe is in the game and I think needs to be fixed. I'm fighting a Ken. It's the end of a round. Both the Ken and I have this much health, okay? Ken does an unsafe move. I do a perfect parry, which freezes the game, and is supposed to give you advantage to get a counter hit and win the match. I go to do my move, the Ken mashes overdrive dragon punch, and his overdrive dragon punch canceled out the screen freeze and hit me before my move came out. I did my move, you could see it coming out. His move came out first. How does that even make sense? That means at any time if you perfect parry Ken, they can just mash OD dragon punch and stuff whatever you're doing, making parrying completely worthless. What was Capcom thinking? This is one of the dumbest things I've ever seen in a fighting game. You might as well not even bother. And so, absolutely, this needs to be fixed. I mean, how the fuck they missed this? I have no idea. Because this is back in the day in Street Fighter 4, this used to be an issue online, where because you were playing online, people could just mash EX Dragon Punch and it would beat pretty much everything in the game. Since then, Capcom made it not as abusable. Now all of a sudden it's abusable again? What the hell are they doing? I couldn't believe it. I was like, I literally did everything correct.
So, I'm seeing what you guys trying to correct Phil here. Only Ice Garrett says the reason this exact interaction failed was because Ken did a jab, which has a minimum recovery, and he used an EXTP, which has a team frame startup. If Phil tried to punish with jab, he would have hit. Because Phil didn't choose to jab, he lost out. And Prophet, of course, made a good point though about the Blanca ball being invincible. You're not allowed to fucking say that. You're not allowed to fucking remind Phil that he's using a fucking character. Someone tried to do it earlier on, he fucking it went and turned into a whataboutism and said about Ken. Ken's apparently fucking broken. Actually, when did this happen? When did Phil fight this Ken guy? Because I want to see it. Can we find it from, was it during the day stream or night stream that Phil fought that Ken? Because I'm very tempted to fucking find it, essentially. Does anyone know when Phil fought this Ken? During a night stream, okay. So it'll be one of these two videos then. This is part 5, this is part 4. Don't mind them doing that way.
Alright everyone, it's Friday night.
Shut up, Phil. I guess the best way to fucking do it would be searching Ken. 18 Kens. All Kens like pattern, blah blah blah. I'm trying to fucking think of how to find this easily. This is a Ken Bonanza, don't forget Blanca Bonanza, Ken... I don't know. I don't know, I'm trying to think of how to find this. Like, was it this Ken here?
Still win. Ken is completely fucking broken.
Raw DSP may have a timestamp. True, yeah, true. I'm better off. See, I wasn't sure if Mimoji's video was updated. I thought Mimoji's videos were like a fucking day behind because of what goes into them.
Alright.
Right, I'm gonna look for Ken again. So I'm gonna look for perfect. I'm perfect parry and I can't touch the perfect parry. The cover, thank you for. Hold on, was it here? Nah, it can't be that one. That's a different one. So it's not that one. Let me try and find it. Perfect parry, right? So here we go. I think it's this one. No, actually no. It's Phil fucking being happy, not shit. I don't know. Rodius, I don't know. I'm going to have a wee quick look, and if I can't find it then... You seem to be bitching about fucking perfect parries here. It must have been like a previous round or something. Because he's very salty here. I know.
Range and it goes into a fucking stupid easy to do.
Oh, Poems which I tweeted a clip apparently. I guess we can try fucking using we'll use Poems. Blah, 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 blah. Is it this one? Here we go, I think this is it.
What? I perfect parried!
Oh my god, this voice, I'm sorry, can we hear that voice again? Holy shit. Phil, you want to fucking grab your balls again and fucking go that high pitched?
What? I perfect parried! He reversaled through perfect parry. Perfect parry is supposed to freeze the match, and it didn't. Ken is so broken, he breaks perfect parry. I just proved it on camera. I just proved...
Hold on. So, Ken is so broken. Is it this part then? It's not that part, so it must have been the previous fucking part then. It must have been like a... I might as well watch it on YouTube as well, so if I can find the actual right part. Give us a second, we'll find it here, right? Ken is so broken. Here we go. We have the fights, we have the matchup. Here we go.
No up ball! Oh my god!
Hold on, Phil all this time only needed one fucking hit to win the match. How long? Hold on. So Phil, at this fucking point in time, is like fucking crushing Ken. So he basically needs to fucking hit him one more time, he can fucking fart on him, and he'd probably win the fucking round. And then Ken somehow fucking just comes back into it, right? Let's see the comeback.
No up ball! Oh my god! Oh my god! What the fuck? I moved off again! What?
Yeah, Jesus Christ. Okay, hold on.
Fuck, I moved off again!
Okay, how about we slow it down? I'm very tempted to try and drag like Prophet in here so he can fucking explain exactly what's going on, or someone. We'll go slow speed, like half speed.
What?
So when did Phil have his perfect parry? When did Phil have a perfect parry here?
I moved off again!
Because Phil's trying to claim he had a fucking perfect parry. That wasn't a perfect parry, he got kicked in the fucking chest. And that is what? I don't know, I'm just, what the fuck am I looking at here? I'm trying to understand, so we go frame by frame here. Ken threw a jab, which is like the quickest fucking recovery, which is what I can't remind who said it earlier on, but yeah. Brother says Phil parried, but then went into an immediate move, but Ken's came out first. And that's because Ken jabbed. Ken's jab here is quicker than Phil trying to kick with Blanca, right? And then he activated this dash. Is it what's this move here? When it goes all colourful, is this fucking Ken activating one of his fucking drive impacts? Oops. Ken's move recovered quicker. And Phil's trying to fucking do a big spin move. And Ken beats him. Look at Phil's face in the corner. Look at Phil's fucking face in the corner. Oh my fucking god. Right, just looking at that.
What the fuck? I moved off again!
Let's just watch it in 0.25, just so we're fucking done with it. So, here we go. Kick to the chest. Quick jab. Ken recovers first. Phil missed.
Perfect parry.
So there we go. That's what happened. So what's Phil saying about this again?
Since then, Capcom made it not as abusable. Now all of a sudden it's abusable again? What the hell are they doing? I couldn't believe it. I was like, I literally did everything correct. I parried perfectly to counter his unsafe move. Now it's time for me to easily win the round because
But parries don't fucking guarantee you fucking getting a free hit and all that shit. No, that's not how it fucking works. Hell, you only fucking learned about the goddamn parry system yesterday, for fuck's sake. You fucking made it to fucking Diamond 2 without fucking knowing how to fucking parry. That's fucking amazing.
I'm to be rewarded for my perfect timing. No, they can just mash this move out anyway and counteract whatever you're doing. And I was like, So that's, you know, there's things when you're starting to play at this level, you're going to realize about the game that are pretty broken. Ken, by far, is the most broken character in this game.
Just because he fucking kicks your ass and also doesn't mean he's a fucking broken character, it just means you're fucking shite at playing him. Simple as that.
He just is. Everything he does is safe, for the most part. There's one or two things he does that are unsafe, but almost every move he does is recoverable or recovers before you can do anything about it. He has so many moves he can throw out there that are not punishable, right? If you think you can punish it because you perfect parry, he hits you anyway. And it's just ludicrous. Mashing jab beats everything. Literally, whenever you get close to Ken, just mash jab. He knocks you away. He interrupts 90% of the moves of the game mashing jab. Not time, not intentional. I'll just mash the button and keep you off of me. Then it's back to neutral where he can mash his medium punch and dash or drive rush medium punch is so effective. If it hits, dude, he gets an insane combo every time. So he's broken as shit. I do feel like Ken needs to be nerfed. I do, after now playing at higher level, seeing how people who are just playing a flowchart Ken can dominate because the character is overpowered. It's not their play. They're not outperforming. They're not reacting. They're literally playing a pattern. And the pattern is broken and they need to fix the character. I do feel that's completely unfair, right? It's stupid. People should not be just getting easy wins because they selected a character on the select screen. So, outside of that...
What I would have said if I watched that clip again, DSP's move missed completely, then Ken's came out. I mean, I'm still on it here, you know. So, by all means, we can watch it one more time. So, I think what you mean is, you mean like the roll move. So, like, that's what I'm saying. He's trying to fucking do his little roll move quickly right here, so... The perfect parry is happening fucking here, but because Ken used the fucking jab, he recovered fucking quicker. Phil's trying to fucking do his move here. Spinning Blanca, ball, push or whatever. But... yeah, he goes above him. Rio's fucking going down for the, you know, the fucking, what's that uppercut called? Shoryuken or some push. And boom. And then Phil goes... yeah. So Phil missed his fucking move. And the other guy fucking punished him. There you fucking go. Simple as that. We can see it, very easy to see. Phil jumps over the fucking Ken and Ken punishes him with a big fucking uppercut. Well, actually a double one. It doesn't fucking matter if you're perfect parried him, you fucking dork. Anyway, back to the bingo.
You know, there's other things I noticed, but anyway. Yesterday, played with Blanca all day long. Here's how it went. Okay, my first session. 48 wins, 27 losses for a 64% win-loss ratio. And I leveled from Diamond 1 star to Diamond 2 star. Okay? During that time frame, I did hit my 1,000th win, which was absolutely amazing. Okay? Absolutely amazing. So I'm excited for that. Then, on my second session, which was the night session, 33 wins and 23 losses. Admittedly, some of the losses were rough because it does seem like there's certain matchups for Blanca that are going to be way more difficult. For example, JP seems to be a character that it's all based on getting in on him and staying close to him. But even then, if he mashes, again, it's mashing a light attack, which is stupid because it's the same thing we can. If he mashes light attack and he just happens to hit you with a counter hit jab, it leads to a giant wall bounce combo that pushes you back and just basically the round is over. And I don't like that about the character. He's a one-trick pony character. There's no variation to playing JP. It's keep you away, and then when they get close, hit you with a counter hit jab, push you to the wall, and wash, rinse, repeat. There's nothing to him. I don't like that. And I basically got washed by certain characters. JP was one of them. Ken was one that was consistently kicking my ass. And another one, Jury. Because Jury has the ability to keep pushing you back with her projectiles, like on the ground. She has that projectile wave. So that's already makes her safe. You can't really do anything about it. And then she can just rush right behind it and keep the pressure on. And she can keep you locked. Her mid-range kicks and stuff are very high priority. And hey, if they hit, that's it. Giant, dash cancel combo. So I think that mid-screen style of rushdown character is very overpowered right now in the game. But I don't know if, people will find an answer to it or not. I started implementing parrying for the first time yesterday, and the parrying was great. Like, me parrying these rushdown characters was keeping them off of me. They weren't able to stay in my face constantly, and because of the parries, a lot of the times I was able to escape my corner traps and stuff like that, And on top of that, I was starting to trap them well in the corner, okay? And was doing really well in regards to that. So, good stuff. And I hope that people enjoyed the session. The late stream was tougher with 33 wins and 23 losses, so I had a 59% win-loss ratio. So overall yesterday, grand total, you ready for this? 81 wins, all right, and 50 losses. I won way more than I lost yesterday with Blanca. By the time the night was done, I was 3-star diamond with my Blanca, and he is still leveling up, meaning like I was well getting foothold into the next tier to get to 4-star diamond, okay? So things are going good with Blanca, and the more that I play with him, the better I'm getting. Now I am going to give him a break, meaning I'm not picking him for the rest of the week. Maybe I'll do a session of him next week, but for now I want to give him a rest because we did play with him for 5 hours, and, you know, I'm pleased with the results. By the end of the night, here's the overall results. 1,062 total wins, 802 losses for a 57% win-loss ratio in Street Fighter 6. So, by far, Blanca's my best character right now, but that could change. Overall, playing more with characters like Marisa or whatever, I might do better. We'll have to see how things go long-term. Yeah, but right now, Blanca was doing really well. So people were actually asking me, well, do you think you'll ever get your Blanca to master rank? Well, here's the deal. Could I get my Blanca to master rank? Could I get my Blanca to master rank? It's possible. And when I say it's possible, what I mean is it's probable, but the problem with it is that it would take a lot of time investment. If you didn't see, it took me 5 hours to get my Blanca from 1-star diamond to 3-star diamond. Arguably, to get him from 3-star diamond to 5-star diamond would take 5 to 7 hours, right? To get him to master, especially when people are playing at the highest level there, probably would take me another. So you're talking, you know, another 10, 15 plus hours of gameplay just with Blanca to try to get him to master level. And by the way, I'm sure the higher ranked we get, the more I'm going to lose, which is just going to hinder me more. You see what I'm saying? So my problem here is time. It's not desire and it's not skill. It's time investment. Because if I just play with Blanca, people will get bored. You know, people liked yesterday because it was a day of Blanca, but now knowing that later on this week I'll be playing with different characters, people are excited. If I say, oh, by the way, Monday is Blanca, Wednesday, Blanca, people will be like, oh, dude, more Blanca? Like, come on, that's too much. And I hear you. People know me as a variety creator. They don't know me as a top-level pro Street Fighter player who's hardcore focused on getting one character to top level. Do I think I could get Blanca to master level eventually? Yes, if I committed enough time and effort to it. But I don't know if my content creation style can get us there. Being transparent here, I just don't know if it's possible. There's another thing you have to realize, too. For all the time that I've decided to play different characters, everyone else is playing more as well and getting better with their try-hard characters. What does that mean? It means, for example...
Well, you know, fucking shut the fuck up for a second. Everyone else is fucking playing with fucking try-hard characters. You have so many fucking more battles with Blanca than you have with any other fucking characters in the game. It's not even fucking close. You've got almost 500 battles in ranked with Blanca. The other shit, you fucking hell, everyone else is fucking falling by the wayside essentially. Not even 200 Lily and Marisa. Dalsum got fucking 236. Zangief got 261. But you fucking love spinning that fucking 360. Over and over and over and over again. Fuck off. I mean, the sheer fucking hypocrisy of Phil Burnell fucking bitching and whining about others fucking having their fucking try-hard characters when he's fucking spamming fucking a broken, you know, Blanca over and over and over again. The sheer hypocrisy, man.
The longer I wait to play, the more people will be playing who have only played with their character exclusively and they're getting better. So for example, today, playing the character at 2-star Platinum, I'll face a certain level of person. But if I wait a month, I'll be facing a better level of person at 2-star Platinum. I will. People who've been playing with those characters for longer and got better at the game. So it gets tougher.
I mean, hold on. In a month's time, you're still going to be playing that same level though, Phil. 2-star Platinum, the other person will rank up, whereas you won't. Are you? What a strange thing. Why is Phil fucking confused about? Hold on. Phil confused the fuck out of me. Is he assuming that other people will stay 2-star Platinum but be far better at 2-star Platinum in a month's time? Is that what he's trying to say here?
Certain level of person. But if I wait a month, I'll be facing a better level of person at 2-star Platinum. I will. People who've been playing with those characters for longer and got better at the game. So it gets tougher the further in you wait. I mean, how in the holy hell was I diamond ranked with E Honda on launch day? Do you really think if I played E Honda today at diamond level, I would win a single match? Probably not. And that's the point I'm making. The longer you wait, the harder it gets. The sweats get more intense, as they say. So if I keep playing with Blanca constantly, I could probably hit master within a week or two. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do a variety of characters. By the time I go back to Blanca, it very well may be that 3-star diamond that he's at is way harder now, and I haven't played with him, so I'm rusty, and I just lose. This is the nature of competitive fighting games, okay? You know, right now I'm going to go back to Lily and Marisa. I very well might get bodied constantly because I haven't played with them in 2 weeks, or more. And you know what I mean? And I might just suck. You know, what I have to do is watch videos to try to absorb tech and stuff with these characters before I play with them and try to implement that into my game. You know what I mean? We'll have to see. But yeah, I would love to get Blanca. I would like to at least get one character to master level. That would make me feel pretty good about myself, honestly, because it's been so
Not happening. I'm going to call it now. Phil Burnell is not going to be able to fucking achieve master level of any character.
long since I played competitive Street Fighter. This is the first time I've actually taken it semi-seriously in over a decade, and I'm actually doing well. No one can deny that I'm actually doing well. I'm actually getting good wins, great gameplay, crazy close matchups, you know. I'm learning, I'm implementing, I'm absorbing, I'm actually studying. First time I've studied a fighting game in so long, man, you know. And I'm having a great time with it, by the way. I am. So, hopefully, I would get someone to master, but it's a big question mark, because I am not going to just keep constantly playing the same character over and over, so it's a matter of time, okay? So there you have it. So thank you to everyone who watched. Please watch the videos from yesterday. It's the best gameplay I've ever done in the game. I mean, yes, it's a month into the game, but it's absolutely the best Blanca I've done. Not necessarily top level. I do still drop combos and get very frustrated at it when I do. But my goodness, there was some great stuff in there. Cool quarter mix-ups with Blanca-chan that people didn't know how to defend against that lead to ginormous damage combos. In general, I had a great time. People really enjoyed it who were there live. I don't know about the on-demand viewers. I haven't really checked. I do saw some comments on there that people are liking it. But if you're watching the videos on demand, please remember, like the videos and leave comments. It's critical for engagement. I had a big dip in engagement in June. Why? Because half the footage I put out was Street Fighter 6.
Shut up for a fucking second. We have our first bingo of the game. That was a fucking rapid. It was like 3 greens in like fucking 5 seconds there to fucking tick off on the board. Let me fucking go.
I had a big dip in engagement in June. Why? Because half the footage I put out was Street Fighter 6. For some reason, people are not tending to like or leave comments on the Street Fighter videos. I don't know why. You could simply just put, hey, I'm just leaving this for the algorithm to help you out, brother.
Oh, fuck off. You're trying to ask your audience to intentionally abuse YouTube's fucking comment system purely to fucking help you out. You don't fucking want them to leave actual comments about the fucking video. You want them to fucking just do it for the sake of fucking doing it to help you. You want them to give up their fucking time in order to fucking get you better engagement for YouTube for the sake of algorithm. That is one of the most pathetic fucking things I've seen Phil fucking Escort in a long time. But yes, it's a very similar to please click on the ads. Hint, hint. Holy fuck, Phil. Imagine telling your audience to even fucking, if you're going to please leave a comment just for the sake of giving me a better fucking thing in the algorithm. Does it please boost my engagement for fucking algorithm reasons? Leave comments without fucking meaning, you know, having good comments. Listen to this shit one more time. This is disgusting from Phil.
For engagement. I had a big dip in engagement in June. Why? Because half the footage I put out was Street Fighter 6. For some reason, people are not tending to like or leave comments on the Street Fighter videos. I don't know why. You could simply just put, hey, I'm just leaving this for the algorithm to help you out, brother. That's a comment. It's a valid comment. You know, you're clicking on the video, you see one part of a match that you enjoyed, like the video. This will help this channel tremendously. It sucks because, you know, I actually saw a giant dip in engagement in June, when otherwise everything in June was actually going good, except engagement. So please, if you could, please engage with the Street Fighter videos as you watch them, and that would help a lot. Thank you. Okay? All right. Folks, that's all I got. Let's do shout-outs. We start off today with several shout-outs on the YouTube side of things. We've got Habib Gaming, who became a member this morning, and that actually counted, I believe, as a new membership, which gets us up to 536 members. It'd be great if we could get some more members today. Yesterday we had great momentum as we had some people gifting tons of memberships to the channel. It certainly would be great if we...
He has gotten almost like... He's gained 90 members within the space of a fucking day. And here he is, fucking member begging again. 90 odd members between yesterday and today. And right now he's fucking begging profusely for some more members. Holy shit, Phil. Make that shit just be organic.
We could get some more momentum on that, okay? So, thank you to Habib Gaming. Jade re-upped his membership for 25 months at the Ultra level and said, yo, what's going on, Jade? It's good to have you here today. Hope you're doing well. Let's see here. Gavin re-upped his membership for 11 months. Says, can you please say the word acknowledgement? Acknowledgement. Well, you wanted me to say ack? Is that what you wanted to say? Even though when I laugh, I sound nothing like that. When I laugh, I go, You think that's...
No, Phil, it sounds like hack. It sounds like hack. Just fucking, I just accept it.
Sounds like ack. It doesn't. It has to sound like act. Like fucking Mars Attacks. So there you go. You got your stupid audio clip. Act. Amazing. So thank you, Habib Gaming. He says, how's Street Fighter 6 so far? Great. I'm having a great time with it. Like, really, even though I'm not... Listen, I'm good at Street Fighter. I would say I'm decent at Street Fighter 6. That's as far as I will go.
Really? Because I'm going to fucking say our average, based on these fucking figures right here. You've had 1,669 battles and ranked matches. You won 915 of them, which means you're at 54.82%. You are very, 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 very slightly better than average.
I won't say I'm good. I'll say I'm decent at Street Fighter 6 and I'm increasing and getting better. But I don't think I'm good at the game yet. But I'm enjoying it. It's the most enjoyable fighting game I've played in a decade. Really. It's that good. They really put the time and effort into this game. The presentation is outstanding, right? The graphics, the animations, the sound effects, all the tech in the game, having so many new things, right? Drive impact, drive reversal, dash cancel, drive rush, parry, perfect parry. There's so many new elements they added into this game that make it so complex and good. My biggest fans are idiots. So, yeah, I've had a great time, and absolutely, to me, I think it's the best fighting game in a long time, and I'm happy to be playing it. I hope you guys are enjoying it. Okay. Juan Ortega has re-upped his membership as well. 12 days, my Independence of Colombia. So in 12 days is your Independence Day. Well, I hope you're preparing. I hope you have a good holiday. Returnal is the first super chatter of the morning. It says, congrats on your 1,000 wins. Thank you to Returnal for the first super chat of the day. If you haven't noticed, I don't know why on earth I didn't do this to begin with. I abbreviated on our leaderboard down here. It now says last SC instead of last super chat. I mean, that cuts out a bunch of characters. That gives us more space. I have no clue why I had to say last super chat previously. Like, you don't know what SE stands for. That's pretty stupid. So I fixed it. That should be good moving forward now. Okay. So on the tip side of things, we start off today with a $4.20 tip from Lady Charisma. Thank you for the first tip of the day, Lady Charisma. Let's get this up on the leaderboard and see what Lady Charisma has to say. Shit. I was like, wait a minute. I'm grabbing the wrong thing. I was like, that's not the leaderboard. I'm moving the whole screen. Did you see that? I was moving the whole bar back and forth. That's not right. Okay. So Lady Charisma says the following. I decided to pick up Final Fantasy 16. I can feel where Final Fantasy 14 inspirations came from. I now have no issues with it. I love Final Fantasy 14. I have 500 hours into it, but I know it's not for anyone. Not for anyone. You mean it's not for everyone? I'm sure some people like it. Also, I found out one of the lead combat designers for Devil May Cry 5 worked on Final Fantasy 16. It shows. I'm loving the game so far, but I can see how it's not everyone's cup of tea. It's not really a stream-friendly game. You know, again, I have to say, when I'm playing this game, and 2/3 of every stream, I am bored. And my audience is in agreement. It's not just me. We're all sitting here. We're like, dude, what is going on in this game? They won't shut the fuck up. They're gabbing about bullshit. It's not important. If there's something important to the plot, I don't mind long cutscenes. In fact, I would say the whole intro was long cutscenes, and they were slow paced, but at least they were something interesting about the lore of the game. I was digging it, you know? And then you get to a point, it's like, will they just stop so I can play the game? And they won't. I mean, do you remember that early on we realized if you press the touchpad, you would interrupt a cutscene, and it would actually give you additional lore about the world. You realize we stopped doing that on the second stream, right? Because the cutscenes were so abundant, no one wanted to interrupt anything. Like, fuck this. Like, seriously, we don't want that. We just want gameplay. And you know, where is it? You know? So, you might be right. It very well may be a situation where this game, all right, is catered more towards you're going to sit there and play it for yourself, and you want to immerse yourself in reading insane amounts of lore, and even immerse myself in the minutia of the townspeople and things around you that really don't matter. Maybe, you know, if you want to completely immerse yourself in this world, you know. I mean, for example, a lot of people do that with Harry Potter. No, they absolutely do. They love the wizarding world so much. They inundate themselves with so much minutia about the school, about the townspeople, Hogsmeade and shit, and they want to know about every little thing about Harry Hassenpfeffer's magical popcorn popping business, and how, you know, he imports griffin's fucking feathers from the hills, the highlands of the Netherlands, and he puts them into brewing his fucking popcorn, and when you eat the popcorn, you know, it makes your nipples tingle and you do backflips in midair or something, you know. But that has nothing to do with Harry Potter. It's just it's supplemental information, but a lot of people go crazy about it, right? So maybe that's what they're going for with this game. They're trying to give you so much information and lore about the world, but I don't care about the girls. I keep saying this. I don't care about the girl who went missing because she lost her comb. Guess what? That's something for someone else to deal with. I'm the protagonist of the game. I don't need to look for the missing girl who lost her comb. All right? There's like, contact the authorities or something. You know, there should be police or someone involved. You know, look for the missing girl. I have shit to do. I have giant kaiju monsters that I need to fight and fuck up the world with. I have, you know, things going on that are bigger picture than this person sitting on a bench and wants me to bring them a bowl of fucking oatmeal. I don't have time for your shit. I have things to do. You understand? That's not fun to me to waste my time on minutia. in 2023, game devs should know this, but apparently they don't. They're still following the same tropes from 1990s RPGs. How in 30 years they don't think the world has improved, I don't get it. But apparently they don't think so. Okay? So, very simply put, I hope the game gets better. If it doesn't, it is what it is. We'll see how it goes today and Tuesday. But I'm glad you're enjoying the game, Lady Charisma. Thank you for the first tip of the day. And, no, you're absolutely right about the Devil May Cry thing. You are. I mean, you can tell it's inspired by Devil May Cry in a massive way. I just hope it doesn't get so grindy and repetitive that it's not fun anymore. Because right now, I'll be honest, I'm 15 hours in, and a lot of the combat is starting to feel very samey. So I hope that's not the case. Okay, more shout-outs on the YouTube side. We have Apollo360, who we have this membership for 6 months. Says, have your allergies been better? They've been on and off. So some days I actually wake up and my eyes are completely inflamed, completely like watering, crusted, disgusting. I got drip down my throat constantly. It's bothering me crazy. And those days I got to take an allergy pill. Some days no. Today no. Today I woke up. I got a little bit of congestion, but for the most part it's not that bad. Maybe a little bit in my throat, but not that bad. It's on and off. I think it depends on the day. Like today, it's cloudy outside. So because it's cloudy, nothing's in crazy amounts of full bloom, right? If it was super sunny outside, usually there's more pollen in the air and then it hits me. So yeah, it's on and off. I got discounted allergy meds. Remember I told you about a month ago we went to Bed Bath & Beyond and they're doing their big clear out sale because they're going out of business. I think they only have like 1 week left and they're completely out of business. So we went there, we got like really big, deep discount allergy meds. I got, what was it called? Zysol, and I also got Flonase. So I got both for whatever I need for the rest of the season. Hopefully it's enough. So I guess we'll see. Okay? All right. My nose itches. Balzac became a channel member this morning. Thank you to Balzac for the membership. That gets us up to 537 and climbing. I appreciate that. Welcome to the streams, and I hope you have a good time. Arkham just did a super chat and said, I just watched the new Indiana Jones movie yesterday night. I give it a 7 out of 10. Yeah, seems like sadly the consensus is it's another dud of a movie. It's nowhere near as good as the original trilogy. They probably shouldn't have made it. Because number one, Harrison Ford is so old, there's absolutely no way he can pull off action. How is he going to when he's that old? You shouldn't expect him to, right? It's ludicrous that they think that that's realistic. I've heard the best part of the movie, there's flashback segments where they digitally de-age him, and they say that that's the best parts of the movie, although it looks a little weird. It's still fun to see, like, young Indiana Jones, you know, from, like, the original trilogy. But now, you know, then he goes back to the present, or whatever the present day is in the movie, and it's just not that good, right? So, whatever. I hated Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. I really did. I thought it was a terrible movie, and I'm likely not even going to bother seeing Dial of Destiny. Anyway. All right. Continuing on. I received a $1 tip from a troll, so I ignored the troll. This is amazing how people, they still tip to think that I'm going to, like, read what they say. I never do. They're just that stupid. They're just that dumb. All right. All right, guys. We'll entertain a few questions. And what I mean by that is we'll do a very shortened version of Q&A. Normally I would go all the way till 12:30, but like I said, I do want to start with Final Fantasy 16 earlier because we will be interrupted at some point this afternoon. I just don't know when. So since that's the case, you know, if you could bear with me, and let's do a little bit of Q&A here before we jump into Final Fantasy, okay?
I'm gonna count that as an ear touch. He fucking briefly touched his ear where he's fucking messing with his hair. So that's another bingo. It all fucking counts.
So Libsian says, don't drop Final Fantasy. Even if you skip all side content, it still won't take long if you just do the story. The story and amazing fights are worth playing. I did buy it. I did spend my $70. It does kind of make sense to at least see what the story's about, right? Casanova says he compares my trolls to Sloth and the Goonies. That's really messed up. I can't believe you would say that. Jade says, I don't know if I love Final Fantasy 16 story. It's just so long and slow. But I do like, I don't know what the second half of what you said there was, Jade. I think it got screwed up in translation. North Scout says, what techniques do I use to keep myself awake when playing Final Fantasy 16? Well, I do have to frequently pinch myself to remind myself I'm awake. This is not a dream, and the game actually is this boring. So I have to, like, go, oh, okay, now I'm still here. And then sometimes you got to apply, it's called the facial slap. When you have big, chubby jowls like I do, it's kind of hard to keep yourself awake. Even a regular slap, like, you don't really feel it. So you have to do a technique. So what I do is you go. Okay, then you go. Okay, then you go, and you slap, and then, if you get to a really boring part, like if they want you to bring the bowl of oatmeal to someone, now you gotta go for the ultimate double slap. You gotta go, oh! Okay.
Boring.
My odd experience says, do you use caffeine? I have 1 cup of coffee in the morning with my breakfast, and then sometimes, well, usually, I have a cup of coffee later on in the day before my second stream. So I have 2 cups of coffee a day usually, and that's enough to get me through the day. There we go.
Some people want to try to make a thumbnail with the fucking... No, I'm not doing that. When Phil's intentionally being a fucking clown, I'm not going to bother with that shit. Nah, the best ones are when he's fucking not even trying to fucking make a fucking funny face, whatever, and it just fucking looks ridiculous. But when Phil's trying, though, I'm not going to fucking reward Phil's efforts by making a thumbnail of what he's actually trying to fucking do. Nah, not for me.
Pat the Trickster says, I really like Final Fantasy 16. I did all the side quests. Honestly, I suspect I might have even loved the game more if I stuck with the main story. So Pat the Trickster played the whole game and feels like basically the side content's a waste and would have liked it better just to do the story. There you go. Jade, oh, okay. So Jade says he'll be here talking to chat, but he doesn't know if he'll pay attention too much to the game today. I think that's what he's saying. Okay. D-Man says, for a horror recommendation, play Slender Man The Arrival. It has good jump scares. Isn't that an old-ass game? Isn't that the game that was supposed to be like the follow-up to the original Slender Man game, right? I think it is, right? Oh, I thought. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm misinformed. Wouldn't be the first time. Final Fantasy 16 even has a new game plus.
I never thought, when Phil was talking about trying to stay awake, did he say they were tired at any point? You know, he was being on clown mode and slapping himself, not sure. Did Phil say they were tired once during all that? Or do we not even fucking get that? I don't think he said. Imagine fucking missing that. It would have had perfect chance for him to have said tired and he didn't say it. What a bastard. What an absolute bastard.
People would want to play it a second time, huh? Wow. Wow. My biggest fans are idiots. Why do I praise the Yakuza games when they have really long cutscenes like Final Fantasy 16? Well, fair enough. That's a good comparison. What I would say is you're right. There are significantly amount of side missions in Yakuza games that aren't as good. But also Yakuza games have really good side missions. Like some of the side content of Yakuza games is on par with the main freaking story. Really, it is. Take a look at Lost Judgment. Same company, same style of game. There's an entire segment of the game that's like 25 hours long. School stories. That's essentially a second game they added in for free. You didn't pay for it. It was in the main game. And it is crazy good. And it's just as good as the writing of the main storyline. Take a look at some of the funny storylines in Yakuza games over the years. The ghost, right? Someone pretending to be a ghost to scare people away, so to keep the rent prices low where they're living and stuff like that. Those are funny and interesting stories. Do they add to the main story of the game? Not really, but at least they're entertaining. I'm sorry, the majority of the side missions here that I've done are not entertaining. They are time wasters. They're literally in there to say, we have side content. Then don't have the side content. If you can't find meaning in the side content to either entertain or give valuable experience or give items you need that'll help you in the main campaign, then don't have the side content. Just cut it out. We don't need it. We don't want filler anymore. We've had enough. There's enough bloat in the world. We're all overweight as it is. We don't need more. We have big, sagging, flapping skin fat pouches on our bodies. We don't need big, sagging, side content flapping pouches in our games. You understand? That's a really disgusting comparison. Oh my god. Do I play only new games? Absolutely not. I play retro games when appropriate. In fact, I just played Final Fantasy V Pixel Remaster back in May. And I play retro games from time to time. I actually feel like I want to play retro games for August to celebrate my 15-year anniversary as a content creator. We'll probably go back and play a couple games from my past that are really old playthroughs to redo them in a modern manner. But I also like to probably go back and do some throwback games. I don't know if you guys have ideas. Like Super Mario Brothers 3 or something like that. Like, I want to do like a retro playthrough for August too. I think that would be neat. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Should they make an Indiana Jones game? They could. They could make a modern one, I'm sure. I mean, the thing is, like, Indiana Jones probably would very much fit in with the formula of Tomb Raider games, right? And there's been so many, you know, they could do it. I don't know if it would be popular. Like, this latest movie is flopping, did you know? This latest movie is not doing well at the box office compared to what they expected. They thought it would be a summer blockbuster, and it's more of a summer meh. It's not a huge flop or anything, but people are just not going in droves to see this movie, likely because they don't think that Harrison Ford at 80 years old is Indiana Jones anymore. So, you know, it is what it is, but I don't know if the game would sell well, because does anyone even care about the IP that much anymore, right? All right, guys, last chance. If you want to tag me in the chat and ask a question, then we're going to get ready to start the game, because like I said, I know we're getting interrupted this afternoon, so I want to start sooner rather than later. Is the chat working, or did it crash again? Oh, no, I think the chat crashed again. This is the second time. It did. This is the second time during today's stream the chat has completely crashed. It froze for 3 minutes now and counting. Okay, everyone, I know you're still there, because they're now clicking those symbols again. Remember I told you there's a chat like emote buttons, like the happy face, the surprise face, the 100, and the party horn. People are clicking it, and it's going crazy on the side of the chat. So I know you're there. I know you guys didn't go anywhere, but the chat froze again. Second time. What is going on with the chat today? Well, I can't really do an interactive podcast when I can't interact because you guys are frozen. That sucks. So maybe it makes sense to end the podcast. Maybe this is a sign that I should end the podcast here, and then we should get ready to get set up for Final Fantasy 16. I guess it's a good sign. All right. So once again, just to remind everyone as we're adjourning here, we're about to start with Final Fantasy 16. There will be an interruption. Oh, now the chat just unfroze, by the way. It took 4 minutes to unfreeze. So there will be an interruption. I don't know when it's going to be. It's going to be at some point.
But by the way, guys, as you can clearly see from my stream with Phil's chat displaying whatever, at no point has Phil's chat frozen for me. Phil's chat has been going normal the entire freaking time, which means it's a problem on his end with his laptop. So it says it's a problem entirely at Phil's end. This is not a YouTube side issue. No, this is a Phil issue.
Point during today's Final Fantasy 16 stream. I also don't know how long the interruption would be. I would say minimum half an hour, but it could be longer. I don't know. If and when I know what's going on, I will let you all know. All right, I'll make you aware of what's going on, so that way we can, I can give you an update. If the interruption happens early, then I'll go on an extended break on the stream, and when I come back from the break, I'll let you know by posting up on the community tab of the channel, as well as on Twitter, and of course I'll talk in the chat, say, hey everyone, I'm back, to try to get people back for the stream. So I'll leave it running if the interruption is early. If the interruption is later, all right, then I will basically let you know what's going on with that. In fact, you know what? I might have just gotten a phone call. In regards to this, which is absolutely hilarious because I had my phone on ring and it didn't ring. So that really worked.
That's not funny.
All right, let's end the podcast, everyone. Maybe I'll have an update for you momentarily, all right? Thanks for watching. I hope that you enjoyed the show, and I hope that you will continue to enjoy the content here on DSP Gaming. Thank you so very much, and see you tomorrow. All right, guys, if you don't mind, if you give me a second, I'm going to see what the phone call was. I think it does pertain to the break, and maybe they'll actually give me an update. All right, I'll be right back.
And I guess he's going to just leave it on his ads. Oh, we're going to hear crappy music. Guess we'll just fast forward.
Relatively good news.
Hold on, here we go.
Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much for Black Matrix Super Chat. Says, what is this cunt babbling about? Phil is having a shorter podcast because he's going to be interrupted today at some point for undisclosed reasons. And he thinks they called him just there. So his podcast is just about finished right there. And we're about to get an update from Phil as to what his missing phone call from like a second ago was all about.
All right, so everyone, I've got some relatively good news. Let's actually...
Hey, good news, it's part of the bingo card. Fantastic stuff. We can tick that off and that's not fucking bingo. We're still playing. We are 6 away from a full house, and until Phil starts recording for YouTube, bingo is still very much on the go.
Set up and reconvene here. So I have some relatively good news. The good news is thus. It seems like this interruption will be early. I was just told that the interruption will be taking place sooner than expected. And I'm actually supposed to get a follow-up phone call shortly with an update, and it looks like we may be able to get this done before we even play the game. Okay? Obviously, that would be ideal. No? Get it out of the way. And if it's perfect timing, I ended the podcast. I got a phone call as I was ending the podcast. Okay? So...
technically, this might mean bingo won't end until... oh my god, hang on. Yeah, bingo might actually be a lot longer than usual, now I think about it. My rule for bingo is until he starts recording for gameplay for YouTube, the bingo continues. And it sounds like he's going to fucking have this thing happen first, and then he's going to come back from that. Oh, fuck. Ah, fuck.
I'm actually waiting because I guess we're reconvening here because it's a reschedule of the thing. So I'll let you know in a bit. I guess what we should do, we shouldn't start the game. Yeah, we should just kind of chill a little bit longer. It makes sense to just like do some Q&A or whatever here a little longer. It wouldn't make sense to start the game right now since I'm going to be interrupted sooner rather than later. I don't want to why start and then have to stop right away, right? So I guess we're just going to do a little bit of extended Q&A, stream exclusive. All right, so let's just sit here and talk until I get interrupted. Fair enough? I'm not even going to record it. This will be stream exclusive. We just hang out for a little bit. All right? What's happening? I already told you guys I'm not going to tell you the specifics till the issue is done and resolved. Because it's this simple. It doesn't make sense. I've learned from experience. Don't talk about things early. Talk about things after the story is complete. That way you can tell.
I am going to go 1.5 speed. This is 1.5 the whole time. I'm going 1.5 now.
The whole story. All right? So I'll tell you later. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, it's
money, yeah, yeah, money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah, money, money.
Thank you very much, Black Mage, for the super chat. It says, Tyrone is running late and don't need a fluffer. Poor Tyrone having to fucking endure Phil to fluff him.
Yeah, it sucks because this is something that obviously I would not even like to have you guys involved. You need to know. It has nothing to do with my streams or anything, but it affects the streams, and therefore it sucks. It sucks because, as you guys know, and I told you many times, I make an active effort to separate my personal and private life with my public persona and or business. But when things from the private seep into the public and affect the streams, then you got to get involved in it, and it sucks. I know you don't want to know about this bullshit, right? Who cares? But sadly, I don't have a set time for anything. You know what I mean? Like I can't say, oh well, this or this or this is going to happen exactly when, so that today's stream kind of got thrown into disarray. I'm actually happy. Boy, am I happy I switched the stream.
Yeah, yeah, money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah, money, money.
Thank you very much, D-Dog, for the super chat. It says, ooh, he's selling the house and moving. I mean, to be honest, I don't think that's actually the case. But at the same time, if he's able to sell that house for potential profit and move elsewhere, because obviously the house is far too big for him. It's a huge fucking house with fucking 2 people and a fucking cat. So, who knows?
This or this or this is going to happen exactly when, so that today's stream kind of got thrown into disarray. I'm actually happy. Boy, am I happy I switched the streams. It's good because now we're not getting affected on the React show, right? How am I? I'm doing good, Felix. Today's a cooler day, which is nice. We won't need the air conditioner blasting through the house today for the first time in like ages, which is a good thing. Yes, trust me, it's nothing super exciting. It's very mundane. It's not. That's what I mean. Like, it doesn't even matter. It's just commonplace stuff, but it affects the streams. But there's no reason for me to bother you with the story of it until it's done. You know. There's nothing juicy going on. There's nothing exciting going on. There's nothing. You know. It's boring. It's probably just as boring as bringing the townsperson a bowl of oatmeal in Final Fantasy 16. It's probably the same exact level of excitement. So. Okay, here's an honest question. What is Diablo Season 1? Because people keep asking me if I'm going to play it on the 20th of July. I don't even know what it is. Can someone explain to me what Diablo Season 1 is? Can you educate me? Because I would love to know what the hell it is. Thank you, Chef Boyardee's Pray Super Chat. Just beam me up. Okay, then. Whoa, I clicked the wrong thing. That was not what I wanted to click. I wanted to click this and get him on the leaderboard. There we go. It's like a free DLC. All right, and what does it entail? Is there story? Is it just optional dungeons and enemies? What is this season? You start with a fresh character. You earn special rewards from the season, kind of like a season pass. On 7/20, when Season 1 starts, you'll have an option to opt into seasonal content as its own battle pass and specific events, items, and quests. Now, when you say this, hold on. Does this mean you absolutely have to make a new character from scratch and start over? Or can you use your existing character in like a kind of continuing on with that build? In addition, does it cost money? Is it something extra you have to pay for, or is it just there as part of the content from the game you already bought? Yes, it's a new character. Everyone has to start over. Your character moves from onto a seasonal realm rather than the eternal realm. The season is free. It's like a free battle pass. Okay. So it's kind of an interesting challenge, right? Is what you're saying. It's an interesting challenge. All right. Okay, I do have a question for you guys. Again, in regards to Diablo 4. Will there ever be a continuation or add-on for the story? And if it is, will it be like an add-on content for free later on, or will it be a paid content?
The thing is, I'm thinking about this fucking interruption that's happening, okay? The interruption is going to fucking affect Phil. For whatever reason. He cannot just fucking... Cat's home, right? Cat is there. Cat is in the house. But she can't fucking deal with us alone. It's something that Phil has to fucking be there for as well. So whatever it is, Phil can't just fucking ignore him and just fucking play his fucking game and just pretend that business as usual. I don't know, it's a strange one. It's a very... It might be just fucking something boring after all, who fucking knows. Maybe someone's coming out to fucking look at the fucking bathroom and estimate what kind of repairs it'll fucking need. You know, the shower, fucking broken shower, not shit. Who knows? It could be something as mundane as that.
I get to hear any news about any major story updates. There'll most likely be an expansion pack for the main story later on, and the expansion pack likely will have to be paid for, correct? I'm just trying to figure out how all the content works, you know, in the game.
And away it fucking goes. He's fucked off. Launched himself at a fucking chair.
Oh. There's a new campaign in the season? Yeah, but it's isolated to that season. It has nothing to do with the main story campaign, correct? There's a new quest line. It's called Season of the Malignant. This is good. Thank you for telling me, because my wife's wondering too. She doesn't know anything about this. The upcoming season will not have any new classes or anything like that, but probably if there's an expansion pack, it will. The story content in the season will take place after the end of the story-based campaign. Okay. Okay. This is interesting. Alright, I'm just getting rid of this person. Obnoxious. Alright guys, we still got time to kill. Well, like I said, I'm not going to start the game until we get this interruption done with, and I was just told on the phone the interruption will be sooner rather than later. So there's no point in starting the game until it's done. So we'll just hang out until, you know, it happens, and then I'll let you know when I'm coming back. But let's do you should chill and Q&A until it happens.
One more burp for a free space.
In my 480p camera, because I set it up for 480p. Maybe I'll just go back to 1080p. Hold on. Since we don't know how long this is going to be. There we go. 1080p! You want to see all the details on my ugly old face. What is my favorite vegetable? Oh, that's a tough question. When I was young, I hated vegetables. You know, now I love a stewed carrot is absolutely delicious. Well, potatoes are well, yeah, I guess potatoes are a vegetable. Potatoes are great. I mean, you can have them in a million different ways. I like broccoli with certain, you know.
Hey, fucking said million. It's not a bingo, but it's one more tick off. We are 5 away from a full house. And just to remind you, we are 1 burp away from a free space. And the fact of the matter is, we have so much time on our side, it looks like. Because of me and my dumb bingo rules, I don't start until Phil starts recording. Well, I don't stop, sorry, until Phil starts recording for YouTube gameplay. So, we might be here a while.
Certain preparations and things. Onions, dude, onions are like the absolute positive use in any situation, because there's so many different kinds of onions, and you can prepare them in different ways. You know, a raw onion versus a sauteed onion versus the actual caramelized onion. You know, they're all different, and they all taste different, and they're all amazing. Onions are great, man. I love green beans. Yeah, green beans are really good. You know, it's funny, my wife just asked me this. We've been watching some...
Money, yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much. Be awesome one for the super chat. It says his favourite vegetable is jade. That is fucking brutal. But at the same time, correct. Thank you very much. Be awesome one. Good joke.
I love green beans. Yeah, green beans are really good. You know, it's funny, my wife just asked me this. We've been watching some food style shows on Max, and she said, do you think you would like Brussels sprouts today if she were to make them in a way that was better than just, you know, boiled Brussels sprout, but instead maybe like roasted or, you know, sauteed with something that has flavor? And I was like, you know, when I was a kid, my mother would make Brussels sprouts and I thought they were disgusting. They were very, very bitter and not very good, but she literally never made them in an interesting way. It was just like, here's a side of fucking boring ass Brussels sprouts that taste like shit. So maybe if the Brussels sprouts were prepared in a way that added flavor, I would like them. You know, I've never really had it in that preparation. I went to a restaurant and ordered Brussels sprouts. You know, I never had it outside of my mother boiling them in a really boring way. So I don't know, maybe I would like it. Oh, you're gonna go out soon, Jade? All right, Jade. I'll see you later. Have a good day out, whatever you're doing. And
Jade's all, "It time go."
Be safe. Escort says they actually are making an Indiana Jones game. They are? Oh, I didn't even know that. Asparagus, man. I've had asparagus. I'm not in love with it. I think asparagus is all right, but I'm not in love with it. A friend of mine used to make it in this like Cajun asparagus, which had a lot of like flavor to it because of the seasoning. And I thought that was pretty good, but I don't know. Like some people just do asparagus. Oh, I poached it in butter. It poached asparagus in butter. It's like, yeah, it's fucking gross. No. Veggie tempura, oh, that's very good. Any vegetables in tempura batter in that style, you know, that traditional Japanese cooking style, ooh, that's flavorful. That's good stuff. Stranger Danger is claiming Brussels sprouts today are different from 20 years ago. They bred out the bitterness. What? They bred out the bitterness. They genetically engineered the Brussels sprouts. Wow. It's amazing. Arkham, the React stuff is tomorrow. I guess you showed up very late. The schedule had to change because I was going to have an interruption on stream today, and I can't have the React show interrupted because that would be messed up for those who paid to be members and get their videos watched. So we're doing the React show tomorrow uninterrupted, and today this stream is the one that's getting interrupted. So. Calcium? Dude, there's a million ways you can get calcium in your diet. Look them up. If you have a very low calcium diet, like for example, if you can't eat dairy, there's supplements you can take. There's things that have calcium in them. So, look it up. But isn't it true that once you get to a certain age, you really don't need calcium that much anymore, or at all? Like, I heard, like, you need calcium up to a certain point in your bone development, but once you get to a certain age, it's not going to improve, so you don't really need that much anymore. Like, just a minimal amount. Oh, dude, that's disgusting. Chocolate-covered vegetables? Come on. Why do people feel the need to cover everything with chocolate? Chocolate-covered bacon, chocolate-covered vegetables. That's, you know, come on. Listen, I'm a chocolate lover. Chocolate is my vice, my dirty pleasure. Like, if there's chocolate around, oh my god, do I want to eat it? But I don't want it combined with weird shit. Chocolate on fruit makes sense, because you're combining sweet with sweet, and if the chocolate's like a bittersweet, now you've got a little bit of an offset of flavor. But you don't need chocolate on all these other things. It's ridiculous. Oh, good. JDTV says he rented that Lamborghini. Everything went fine. He didn't wreck it. It was amazing. Now he misses it. So he drove a Lamborghini. That's pretty cool. I'm glad. Probably an exhilarating experience, right? I know, you know, when I was in high school, my classmate / best friend at the time had a Camaro. Yes, his dad bought him a Camaro. I want you to think about that. His father got him a Camaro. Now, I don't know if he bought it or leased it. I'm not sure. I want to say probably leased, okay? That was really a good idea in the 1990s to get a teenager a Camaro, right? So, of course, he rode it as fast as he possibly could up and down the highway, and I was with him. I mean, we hit speeds in excess of like 140, 50 miles per hour in this thing, which feels insane when you're doing it. Like, there's no way you could possibly really control the car, if anything happened, and it just feels insane. Like, when you hit speeds like that, it's just like, you're in another realm. Like, what the fuck, dude? Like, we're gonna die any second. Like, this is it. So, you know? So I've done some stupid, irresponsible things when I was young. That was one of them. But no, to be in a crazy car that's designed for speed, and to feel that, it's a wild feeling. It's just, I can't even really describe it. You know, like, you ever seen in like a movie when they're in a spaceship and they hit warp and all of a sudden like the stars start to streak? Like, you kind of feel like that. Like, you're starting to feel weird because everything's kind of moving back. Like, what the fuck is going on? You know, very odd. Let's see here. I received a $1 tip from a troll, so I'm just gonna ignore it. It's hilarious if people keep giving me $1 tips just to say things I'm literally never going to read or say on stream. They're that stupid. Let's see. What's for dinner today? What is for dinner today? Oh, something we haven't had in a while. Turkey Joes. Sloppy Joes made with ground turkey. My wife's recipe. We had these a lot earlier this year, and we kind of forgot about them for a while. So we're having them again today. I can't wait, actually, because I really love them. Okay. Charles says, do any of your fans actually tip you the $1? That's a good question. I would say there's a few people who are real fans who tip like $1.30 or, you know, because what it is when they tip that, they're trying to make up for the fact that they know PayPal takes a cut. Every single tip that comes in, PayPal takes like a 30, 40 cent cut. So if you're tipping me $1, you're really only tipping me 60 cents at most, okay? So if someone tips like $1.30, they're doing it to be nice, to say, I want to tip you actually $1 and try to cut out that fee. But these people who just tip $1, you're right. Most of them are basically doing it just to get attention. You're absolutely right. Play cool, that's fine. She says, I tip $1, I'm not swimming in money. And listen, I'm grateful for every contribution. I'm not grateful for the malicious messages that come with them, but I am grateful for the contributions, right? No, Casanova, here, okay. I've said this before, some people don't understand. If there is a streamer out there, anyone who operates a business, this is their work, this is how they make money, and they are telling you to send them a contribution via PayPal, via the friends and family system, they are breaking the law. That is illegal. You can't do that. You're not a friend or family of them. What you're doing is you're bypassing the fee system, and you're also bypassing taxes, which you should not be doing. When you do that, you're basically causing, it's not really a scam, but it's evasion. You're trying to avoid fees and taxes by putting it through a method that's actually not meant for that. It's literally the friends and family system on PayPal is meant for actual family members or close friends with ties. It's not supposed to be a business transaction. If that is income that you're making on a stream because you're operating a stream and this is actual profit you're making, that's business, that's profit. That has to be reported to the IRS, and taxes have to be taken out, and you can't try to hide that. And people are doing that. They're trying to commit fraud by saying, send me it via friends and family, and they're actually actively committing fraud. The thing is, there's really no one looking into this. There's no one tracking this. There's no one really, you know what I'm saying? Like looking at streamers and saying, gee, this guy's always said, send me via friends and family, and is there some way here that's, you know, doing this? You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't make sense. You shouldn't be doing that at all, right? You shouldn't be able to. So, it's not good. People who do that, they're essentially trying to skirt the system, which is bad. You shouldn't be skirting the system. Everything should be done properly, you know. And that's the thing. I mean, maybe that's one of the things that I've always shot myself in the foot with, is that I've always done things properly. Like I've always accounted for every dollar I've ever made. Ever since I became a live streamer, every time I was a YouTuber, every dollar I've made, I always reported properly and I paid taxes on. So maybe that, you know, maybe everyone else out there is doing it different and trying to pull this scam or something. I don't know, because I don't know how everyone else does their shit. But it's just funny to me that, you know, I'm paying on everything. And everyone else is like, oh, I don't understand that. No one else does it that way. Like, well, that's the right way to do it. That's literally per the federal government, per PayPal business regulations. This is how you're supposed to be doing it, so everything gets reported properly. Let me give you an example. Here's a good example. In the United States tax code, there is a certain limit, all right, on which you can accept gifts from friends and family, all right? And I don't know the limit because the tax code has changed, by the way. I think when I started on YouTube, it was like $10,000 a year or something like that. So you can receive $10,000 in gifts from friends and family. That's not taxable income. Once you reach that threshold, now anything above that is considered taxable income. So every year, when I do my stuff, I document everything that I get, and I outline it, big detailed spreadsheet. Here's what I got here, here's what I got here, I don't know if this is income or not, you know. There's all these regulations, okay? That's how it works.
Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you, Virtual Black Nature Super Chat, who reminds us all that this cunt moved to Washington because he thought there was no business taxes there and then didn't pay them for 3 years. Phil Burnell. Tax cheat Burnell. Also, Phil just bumped the microphone now, which has given us another bingo. Thank you for that. We are 4 away from a full house, and we have 1 burp away as well from a free space, so there we go.
Here's what I got here, I don't know if this is income or not, you know. There's all these regulations, okay? That's how it works. When you're getting tips via PayPal and you're saying friends and family, what you're essentially saying is that's not a business transaction, therefore it's a gift. And you're trying to say up to $10,000 is not taxable income, but it's a lie, because that was a business transaction. You should be paying taxes on it, you understand? That's how it's working, because that exemption, right, is what people are trying to make, you know, use.
We have a free space thanks to the burps.
To get out of it, which is wrong, you know? So that's what I mean. Like, I do everything by the book. I've always reported every single piece of income I've made, because I know that's the thing that will come to bite. I mean, hell, I was on the podcast that I did with the quartering many years ago, and he admitted on that podcast he made a mistake. He went to a casino and he won like money at the casino, like a jackpot, and it wasn't a ginormous one, but it was still thousands of dollars, and he didn't report it on his taxes, and then the IRS got him for it. You know, you can't do that. You have to report all of your income accurately. You can't try to skirt the system. You know, that's that's the worst thing you could do on your taxes, is lie about how much you made. Always be truthful about how much money you made. Okay, Balloon Kid did a super chat and says, but we're all one big family, it's the same. No, you can say that as much as you want. Per any of these regulatory bodies, they don't feel that way at all. Trust me. Regulatory bodies, businesses, like I said, like PayPal, no, absolutely not. Okay. Okay, still waiting on an update. I don't know what that is. JDTV says he has a VW Golf R. He had it since he was 21. He bought it himself, never wrecked it, had an incident. It depends on who drives it. I don't even know what that is. Is that a good car? I'm not a car guy. That one right over my head. Do I think I'll check out Sea of Stars? Well, supposedly the demo comes out this week. I think people said the 11th. I guess an hour-long demo, and people are saying that essentially it's just like a spin-off of Chrono Trigger almost. Maybe. If it really is a throwback retro game like that. Now, I don't know when the full game's coming out, but yeah, if it sounds good, and it sounds like Chrono Trigger, and I love Chrono Trigger, I mean, it would be right up my alley. I don't see why we wouldn't give it a shot, right? Arkham, I don't know what you're talking about. Because you didn't change your tips total. We didn't get any tips. I'm not counting troll tips. We didn't get any official tips coming in, so I don't know what you're talking about. Comes out the end of August. Okay. Yeah, B-Boy Cyclist, the demo's already on PC. It's beautiful. It thinks I love it. Cool. People are wondering why I'm not playing yet, because we're going to have an interruption on the stream. I didn't know when it was going to be. As I was ending the podcast, I got a phone call saying it's going to be soon, and I'm just waiting for the heads up on when exactly, but it's going to be very soon, supposedly. So we're just killing time now until it happens and get the interruption out of the way, so that way we can have uninterrupted gameplay after the fact. So it's definitely going to have less gameplay on the stream, but it doesn't make sense to start and then have to stop right away. So. North Scout says this is better than Final Fantasy 16 anyway. There you go.
Money, money, Yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money. Yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much, Black Mage, for the super chat. It says, my guess is the HOA coming to check alarms again. It might very well be. I mean, Phil was trying to fucking say it's nothing exciting, it's nothing groundbreaking or whatever, it's nothing dramatic. It's just some sort of mandatory routine sort of thing. I don't understand why I can't just fucking tell everyone it's a fucking HOA alarm check. So that makes me think, that makes me a bit sceptical because he's not fucking admitting it.
Jax Gaming says I'm replaying every Watch Dogs game. The series is underrated. It's amazing. I hope there's another game coming. Watch Dogs 2. What I thought was a really good game that was underrated because no one played it because everyone thought that Watch Dogs 1 was overhyped and wasn't good. So very few people bought Watch Dogs 2, which was a significantly huge improvement to 1. And then 3 sucked. 3, they went in this new direction of everyone is recruitable and everyone is like expendable, but it didn't make sense because then obviously no one matters and all the stories are just the same generic bullshit anyway, right? So what ended up happening was the game was boring because no one cared about the characters. So it was stupid. They really had a big misstep there. Golden Noble says, what's going to happen with Street Fighter 6 when MK1 and Tekken 8 come out? Well, of course, what will happen is people will act like Street Fighter 6 never existed, delete it from their hard drives and consoles, and only play the new games. I mean, what do you think is going to happen? You're going to have competition, right? People are going to want to play the new games. There's going to be hype around the new games on their release. You know, in regards to Mortal Kombat 1, Mortal Kombat games always have an interesting narrative or story mode. I heard they're even going all out with this next one that's even better than the previous ones. So, you know, you could have a really exciting story mode playthrough, plus then trying characters in the trials going online. You know, I heard there's no crypt this time. They're redesigning that portion of the game where there's no crypt, but there will still be meaningful single-player content from what I'm to understand. So it's interesting to me. They're doing away with the crypt, but there's still going to be some mode. There's some new mode they're launching. So, I mean, will I cover them? Yes. Mortal Kombat, of course. I've covered Mortal Kombat 9, 10, and 11 all successfully. Had a ton of content around those. Loved the games. Didn't play them competitively, but still enjoyed them at a basic level. I don't think this will be any different. Probably I'll enjoy messing around with the gameplay and everything and trying to learn them at a basic level and stuff like that.
Phil said meaningful about fucking time, so we had to fucking tick off meaningful, and that's not our bingo. Technically, we are 2 away from a full house because we have a free space earned thanks to Phil burping 10 times. I think I'm going to speed up to 1.75 because Phil bores me tremendously. Also, it looks like he's actually very soon about to go on his break. Yeah, he's very soon about to go on his fucking break, it seems. And he's still away, so yeah. Looks like we're very near the end of Phil blathering, and then we're going to have a big long break.
But no, I'm not going to just not play Street Fighter 6. Likely what will happen is, yeah, Street Fighter 6 for a while will be downgraded. Maybe we'll play it once a week, twice a week, late streams, while Mortal Kombat will be the daytime streams. Right now, we're playing Street Fighter 6 a ton, it's a new game. So it makes sense to make it as daytime streams. It's the most popular game I'm playing right now, and it's actually the game I'm making the most progress in right now. So it makes sense to keep playing it as a daytime stream, but no, it will not infinitely be daytime streams. Eventually, it'll shift, just like everything else. Oh, hold on.
We need a lip reader. Oh, damn it. The thing is though, D-Dog says I might be in trouble as he ended the cam but not the stream yet. He's not planning to end the stream. He's going to have the ads stay on for the entire fucking time. And then afterwards he's going to fucking come back after a while when it's all done. So, yeah. But this is Phil. Phil's still on a call, he's made to the stream. But I'm going to guess.
Good news. My interruption will be in about 5 to 10 minutes. So the interruption will be done sooner rather than later. So folks, I think what we will do here is we will actually, let me set up again. And what I'll do is I'm not going to turn the stream off. All right. I'm going to basically just have it run music for you guys. I'll run a little bit of ads, but we'll just have it run music. And I'll come back when I can. I don't know when it's going to be. Excuse me. I don't know how long it's going to be, I should have said. Hopefully short, but hope for the best, but maybe not. You know, it could be 20 minutes, it could be an hour, it could be longer. I don't know. So I'll let you know as soon as I know. What I'll do is I'll come back to the stream, I'll talk with you guys. Hey guys, I'm back. Okay? But also I'll post up on the community page of DSP Gaming. I'll post up on my Twitter. So hopefully if you leave the stream, you'll know to come back to know when we're starting with gameplay. And again, I apologize for this. It is annoying, but it's the same, what are you gonna do? All right, it's life. All right, so thank you all. Great podcast. Thanks for chilling with me here. And I'll take off and I'll be back when I'm back. Thanks a lot.
Okay, I muted his stream. In fact, I got it live. I just got a live fucking stream. He's still away. Right. So who knows when he's going to fucking be back? How about we just fucking enjoy something from like fucking back in the day? Not even back in the day. How about, because I don't know how much time is going to be between Phil coming back, how about we just load up something classic here? Hold on, give me a second here. Give me a wee second here. How about... what do I want to... What do I want to load up? What do I think would be a good thing to watch? I don't know. How about this? We need a... So, you guys might recognise this. I just thought for the sake of it, well, how about the side scrollers interview? Some people want autos instead. Okay, fine, we'll have autos. Never mind the side scroller stuff. We'll just have autos swimming back and forth instead. There we go. Brilliant stuff. But nah, I mean, we can just enjoy random. Keep in mind though, is there any particular parts of the side scroller interview that people would like to hear again and see again? Keep in mind, this is a 5-hour interview. So is there any particular parts that people would like to fucking go over again from it? I mean, because it's several different sections, you know, it's a fucking mental. It goes everywhere. People want the sound of side scrollers and the vision of autos. We can manage that, I guess. Keep in mind, at this point in time, we're paused at the 3-hour mark here.
But, you know, it turns out that racist video with the little girl was only like 7 months ago. It wasn't a year ago. That's pretty recent, dude.
You
know,
can,
so
again,
like,
you can say it's you can say it's racist. That was not what I was making a joke about.
Bro, I'm telling you, it doesn't matter. The internet and thinks it's racist. I saw it, and it's fucking racist. So you're talking about a killer who's killing people in their basement, and then so you're bringing up the slave, like sending a little girl off to the slave trade. I don't know. It's pretty obvious. All right. So I know you claim that it isn't, but it really did sound that way. But that's whatever. I don't know, man. It just feels like.
No, Craig, we can't hear you.
Yeah, I still can't hear you, Craig.
What the heck happened?
I got tired of his bullshit. No, I'm just kidding.
No, but anyway,
or bullshit in
to
general.
follow up on what you just said. So that clip, just so you know, 2015. You know, that clip is from 2015. Not to say that means anything. Yes, I will admit I made. There you go. You're back, Craig.
All right, got me. Good. Thanks.
So that clip was from 2015. That's, again, one moment in my 15-year career that maybe I made a threat of doxing. I never did it, but I shouldn't have done it. And I openly 100% admit that. I didn't even know I had ever done that. I don't remember that. I really don't. I never know that it even happened. So I apologize for that. I should have never done that. You know, the guy should also have not hit me with false copyright strikes that destroyed DSP Gaming and lost me, you know, tens of thousands of dollars that year and onward and to this day. But that's a moot point. I did the wrong thing. Oh, you can't fight a wrong with a wrong, correct? You can't fight fire with fire. It just makes things worse. And I shouldn't have said that.
You're right. But I feel like that statement in itself, the idea of like you can't fight fire with fire, you can't fight, you know, like I feel like a lot of this conversation, Phil, has been like it's been deny, and it's, you know, I don't know, you know, that's not true. That didn't happen. But you haven't really given any facts to back it up. I feel like just across the board, there's this entire mountain of evidence here that's saying, you know, these are the things that Phil does. These are the things that has happened. And you're just saying, well, no, it's not. And
I didn't say no, it's not. I said,
or that's not true, or that's not my account. That's not me. That's not my, you know what I mean? Like that's all I'm saying. You know, it just when there's a mountain of evidence, you can't just say like, well, no, that's not true.
There is definitely a reason why I'm in the position I'm in. This stuff doesn't happen overnight. This is 15 years of me all day, every day, putting myself on the internet, making mistakes. When I started 15 years ago, there was no groundwork of seeing, oh, here's someone who's done it, and here's the right things and wrong things to do. And I've made tons of these mistakes over the years. Like I was just saying, that clip's from 2015. When that happened, I'm sure everyone called me. I said, how dare you make threats against that person, even if they've hurt you? Oh, you know what? You're right. I probably shouldn't have said that. And now I won't do that stuff anymore. And then maybe I did it again. I don't know. But, you know, I'm doing my best to improve and not make those same mistakes again. I do slip up. I absolutely do. What I would say is, and you know, Craig, I have no clue if you did this or anyone else. If you just watch a stream of mine, you know, just come by one day, watch
I have,
half an hour of the stream. Did you see anything like that on the stream? Did you actually see me? You know what I mean?
No, look, there is something to the idea of people picking and choosing things that people say during interviews, during streams, during whatever, right? There is absolutely something to that. And it only takes, 10 seconds to screw things up, right? I totally understand that. But it just, Adam, you said something yesterday when we were talking about this. Do you want to, you were talking about a collection of moments. Do you want to kind of say what you were saying yesterday? I don't want to steal your thunder on that.
I don't remember what we were talking about.
Well, you were saying that in the event of these collections that your detractors put together of you saying these things, there's a lot of them. Like there's a lot. Mm-hmm. And if you were to go through most people over the last, most people just in general, there wouldn't be as many. They wouldn't be as long. There's just a lot to sift through. And maybe you have a more watchful eye on you than most people. But it just seems like there's a lot there, man. Mm-hmm. And I think that's probably the biggest thing here.
I think you're right. I think it comes with being one of the most prolific content creators of gaming that have been, over 100,000 videos. 15
There's
years
that illusions
of
of grandeur.
No, I don't care. I'm not saying it's good content. I'm saying it's just habit. You can say it's shit if you want. I don't care. But when I put myself out there that much, there's just that much more to microanalyze. And when I'm a small-time guy, and you see concretely, if we make that video about Phil, number one, you're getting the clickbait views. You're getting money because you're probably running ads on the video, or people are donating to you to continue to make fun of me. This is how you don't play. I became the whipping boy of the internet. People made entire channels that were profitable based off just making fun of me, right? So when I'm out there as the target and people realize, well, people have been doing this for years and they get away with it. This started making fun of my gameplay. Then it became make fun of him and his mannerisms, make fun of his family members, make fun of, it's just, it kept going big, as much as you can, as toxic as you can. And that's what I mean. Like, I feel like I'm the one, it's me and others. They call us lolcows, correct? It's the term that's used, lolcows.
Right, lolcows, yeah.
So you got Wings of Redemption, you got Boogie. We're targets.
Money,
because
money, yeah, money, oh, money, yeah, money.
Thank you very much to Francisco Ramos Mejia. Says it's my birthday. Happy birthday, Francisco. Like the stream and let's win this. So there we go. Happy birthday to Francisco. And thank you very much for the super chat. He is hoping for everyone to like the stream so we can get another free space and we can get one square away from getting a full house.
So you got Wings of Redemption, you got Boogie. We're targets because we make mistakes repeatedly. We all do. And sometimes we make the same mistakes over and over. I feel that other content creators make those same mistakes too. Maybe not as much as us, maybe not to the extremes that we do. But those other content creators are big and they have ginormous audiences that back them and defend them. And, the crazy stuff. I mean, the other day I saw a video of Moist Critical picking up an assault rifle in his video. Mm-hmm. If I picked up an assault rifle, I'd be off the internet. That would be ending for me. I'm out of here. Right? It doesn't even matter what the context is. If I pick up a weapon,
but I think it does.
I'll be off the internet.
But it very much does. It very much does matter the context, right? Like if what he was doing was he was making a point. I saw the video you're speaking of, and he was talking about some beef he has with some other guy. I don't really know the whole deal, but the guy that he was talking to was talking about clips. He was talking about clipping streams and clipping, and the guy who was kind of threatening him with a gun, who was talking about the clips, and he's like, no, listen, that's not a clip, this is a magazine, and he was explaining these things in context for what was going on. I think context very, very much does matter though.
It is against terms of service on YouTube to be live while holding any gun.
Well, he wasn't live. He wasn't live. Yes.
Oh, he wasn't live. It was a video.
Live. Yeah, it was a video. So
then there's nothing wrong with it.
He may be demonetized and such, but. Well, so let me say this, Phil. You have your detractors. You have people who very much want to see you fail, or enjoy seeing you fail, or laugh seeing you fail. That does not sound very fun to me, right? It doesn't sound like something that I would want to be a part of. Have you thought about going to therapy or anything along those lines to help you get through this? Because this is obviously not an easy easy life that you've chosen for yourself. I mean, there's a lot to talk about, and I would imagine that going to talk to somebody, therapy is not a bad word. It's a very good thing for a lot of people, where you can just go and get these things off your chest and talk about these things. Have you considered that ever?
At one point I did, for sure. I would say probably around, like I told you, around 2016 was one of the worst years of my life. I hated my job. My personal life was falling apart. But I didn't. I've never formally talked to anyone. I'm not anti-therapy.
We have 100 likes on the stream. Thank you very much, guys. That is the end of the second free space, and as well as having a second free space, Phil is still not back. Okay, no worries. As well as having a second free space, we have earned the Bubbles animation made by the excellently talented Pixar Animations. Now, would people want to see the Bubbles animation on this screen here, or would you ever see it as part of the Otters? Do you want to see? I don't think we deserve to put the Otters through that. We'll just keep it here. We'll have the fucking Bubbles animation show up on this particular stream because I don't want to fucking be mean to the Otters.
It makes me nervous because I've noticed recently there's actually been an uptick. It helps the channel long term, and certainly I'm not being ungrateful. And if that's the
Yo, that smells really, really good. I love it.
There we fucking go. Thank you once again, guys, for liking the stream. We have 3 spaces left, but we've earned 2 free spaces. So when Phil is back from this whatever fucking break it is he's fucking on, we'll finish bingo when he starts recording for YouTube. So there we go. Yeah, and in case you're wondering, Phil has 60 likes so far on his stream. So he's 40 likes away from blowing bubbles. So I don't think he's going to be blowing bubbles, basically. There we go.
Or anything like that. But no, I had just never gotten to that point where I've considered doing or seriously pursued that.
I'm just throwing this out there. Is it because you think that it's not you, it's everyone else?
No,
that's the feeling I get.
I'm a flawed human, man.
I know you've admitted your flaws from the past. Like you say, like, yes, back in 2015 I said that fucked up shit, and I took that, you know, this is how not to play, way wrong, and I admit that now. But it's like it's really easy to do that, right? To convince someone.
Hold on, so Brian asked me to do the Bubbles animation again, but with YouTube video on full screen. So it'd be like that. But then, hold on. Mind you, I don't have, I don't think, yeah, on full screen I don't have a Bubbles animation. See, that's the thing. I don't have the Bubbles animation on this side, if that makes sense, on a scene. I only have it existing on this scene on OBS. So I don't know if that would work. Let me try something, okay? Let me try for you, okay? At the very least, I will try. Let me see if this works, okay? We're going to try Bubbles animation again, and hopefully it'll work, okay?
Oh, yo, that smells really, really good. I love it.
Well, that actually worked better than I thought it would. So I didn't think copy and pasting it over just a full screen would have worked as easily as that. I had a feeling, I thought it was going to fucking cause more problems, but there we go. Went full screen, and the Pixar DSP just fucking lit right in Phil's grubby little face. So there you go.
Someone that you've changed. Not saying that that's what you're doing, but it could be. All right. So it's like, you know, it feels kind of like you can do no wrong almost, and that's the vibe I'm getting.
Whoa.
And
I could do no wrong. That
no, like not in your past, but it does feel like you kind of have like, well, I've changed, so people should understand that. And like, I don't know. It's just a vibe that I'm getting that you're, because there's been so many times where we've asked a question and your response was instantly blaming other people. And that was a consistent answer throughout the entire 3 hours and 10 minutes that we've been live. So, you know, it's like a dishing responsibility elsewhere.
I think that's, like, if I can echo what Adam is saying, right? Like, Phil, we want nothing but good things for you, right? We don't want negative things to come from this. The whole idea of this was, you know, to allow you an opportunity to kind of talk through things. And Adam is correct. You know, pretty much, what about this? Well, my detractors, or the people who are after me, at what point you know, you have taken accountability for some things, right? For this is how I was in the Street Fighter community. This is how I was then. But I feel like there are other things that have yet to be, you have yet to atone for, whatever the word is, that are just. I just go back to it, man. It just seems like there's just this mountain of evidence, and we're talking fucking JFK level conspiracy theory here. If all this stuff lines up the way it does, and if you were just to say like, yeah, I play WWE Legends, yeah, I'm addicted, yes, I have a problem with spending money on it, yes, I need to improve. I think people would be like, yeah, cool, let us help you, instead of stop lying, you know. And that's what it feels like right now, man. It just, like, only you know the truth in your heart, right? And the evidence attached to it, right? Which there is a mountain of, right? It's
Craig, you sound like a detective right now trying to get a confession. I'm just saying.
No. And it's not trying to. I'm not trying to. I'm more trying to sound like fucking Dr. Phil.
I know,
you know?
But there's a fine line between the two, and
I understand
I'll be honest, it feels like you're trying to get a confession, and I don't, I'm not trying to like make it weird and
and I apologize for that.
You've already been there a couple times. So
I know, but I'm just having a really hard time getting through it, and I apologize if that's what it sounds like. That's not what I'm trying for.
You might not be able to get through it, Craig.
You're right. I may not, and for that I understand why people would be critical. You know, it just too much lines up.
With the situation I'm in, it's a lose-lose. There is no win. There is no win in this situation. There just isn't. No matter what I do, there's a risk. There's a liability, and just like you said, even if I send you this screenshot, they won't care. They will not care.
It honestly depends, right?
Yeah, I don't agree with you. I don't agree at all. There's people out there that would be like, damn, would be genuinely shocked, myself included, because I don't think you're gonna send that screenshot, but I truly believe it would be for the better. I think that, you know, I mean, I don't know how many people who hate you know who Craig is, or can even trust Craig, or think that they'll probably just be like, oh, he photoshopped it. He edited out
exactly
his thing.
1,000,000%. That's
whatever.
That's the explanation.
So
I photoshopped it today.
So FaceTime with him. FaceTime him, pull it up, and Craig will be like, we FaceTimed. And he opened I saw him open the app. I mean, there's ways around it that Craig would be like, I saw him do it live, right? I mean,
okay.
There's ways around that.
Can I tell you a quick story as to why I am so not convinced that anything I do will help at all? Can I please just tell you a story? Will you bear with me for a couple minutes?
It's your show, Phil, man. Yeah, absolutely. Go crazy.
It's not my show. It's your show.
Our show, Craig.
Well, listen, we provided you a platform for you to do it. And listen, you have thousands of people ready to listen to you right now. So,
by the way, you guys have been great. You've been great interviewers. You've been completely fair with me. You've given me, thank you. You guys have been the fairest shake I've ever gotten on the internet right now. Seriously, and you should be commended for being as neutral. I know you're saying he's trying to get a confession out of me. I don't feel that way. I don't feel pressured.
No, he's trying to help you. That's really what I'm saying. But he sounded like it. So.
All right. And the thing is, he's not going to get a confession because I'm telling you, what I'm telling you is true.
I know, but it's clearly Craig trying to help.
Okay.
So
here's the story. Okay. When I was first talking with my now wife, okay, I was so scared that people were going to harass her or do things. We didn't live near each other. We had online communication. After talking for several months, we started dating. Okay. She flew out here on her own dime, by the way. It's another conspiracy that I paid for that way. No, that's not true. Started dating. And after a few months, she visited for Christmas. Okay. This was Christmas of 2017. I took some pictures while she was here, but I didn't take a picture of her face. I just took a picture of her back, decorating my Christmas tree, saying, here's someone nice who's in my life now. My life has changed because I had previously been in a relationship that was very public. And sadly, it turned out toxic. We broke up in 2016, or excuse me, early 2017. So this was like something new and positive that I wanted to share with everyone, but I was apprehensive about showing her face or anything. So all I showed was her back, decorating my Christmas tree. I talked about what we did when she visited. We made some brownies together. We did this, we did that. Very, very basic stuff. I'm not making this up. It's documented. You can look this up on the internet. I wonder if you guys have come across this. There were people, my haters, made up an entire fabricated story about that was not someone I was dating. That was an escort that I was paying. The money that I was bringing in on streams, I was paying for a European escort and flying this escort across the globe to spend Christmas with me. All right?
Right. Well,
they had evidence.
What does that have to do with anything, though?
Well, let's continue, okay? They had evidence of it, documented evidence. Oh, look at this. There's a whole social media account of it, of the escort. Here's the logs of plane tickets. Here's the recipe for the brownies. It's well documented. Everyone said I was guilty. I maintained my innocence for about 3-4 months as she continued to visit me, and we had a relationship blossomed and all of that. Eventually, she moves in with me, okay? What ends up happening is, guess what? The whole thing was fake. It was all my haters. They had made the whole situation up.
Well, now hold on, because you're talking about the narrative is that your detractors actually cleared you of that and said, like, no, this doesn't add up, right? They're looking for evidence of this thing adding up, and they're
after the fact.
And they're the ones who apparently put the evidence out that said, like, hey, this is not the case.
That's fair. What happened was, for 3-4 months, they're making my life a living hell, just like with this WWE Champions thing. Phil is guilty. You know, look at all this evidence. It's all there. It's outright. And then, basically, when she moved in with me, well, now what are they going to? Now the narrative has to change. Okay? So now they figure it out. It's fake. You're right. They did research. They found out it's these two people in Europe who apparently they do this all the time with other streamers. There was even a possibility they were going to try to extort me for money, try to get them to shut up about it or something. Okay? So, to give you some perspective, did anything change positively when that was disproved? No, nothing. They were on to the next thing already. They had already created 2-3 more narratives that they went on to. This is something concrete, almost exactly parallel to the situation. All this evidence, corroborating evidence, proving that it was real, it was real, it was real. And then all of a sudden, oh yeah, we found out it was fake. Oh well, move on to the next. There was someone who made a video about it, okay? You probably know him, Craig. Did you watch the Secret Limited video about the $100,000?
Yeah, sure did.
You watched it. Secret Limited is someone who once a year makes a very negative video about me, highlights all my mistakes, puts it into one video. They made a video documenting this. They called it the Escort saga. Okay, the thumbnail for the video was me, my ex. I don't know why she was in it, and the escort's face, supposedly who it was. This gets disproven 3-4 months later. Did my detractors say, sorry about that, Phil? Mea culpa, we made a big mistake. Let's forget. No. You want to know what he did? This is the same guy who made the WWE Champions video. He took the face of the escort and put a horse's head on it, and he said, my wife looks like a horse. He never took the video down. He never
the fucking
apologized.
internet, though. DS.
I know.
Come on,
but that's
man.
what I mean. When these things get proven wrong, move on to the next. It's just the next thing. I will send you a
So what does
screenshot.
this
I
have
will
to
do
do
a
with it,
face-
though?
Because I will disprove anything, and they will just move on to the next. It will never end. That's what I mean.
So it's the internet. So who fucking cares then?
So then why even bother? Why bother with it?
This whole thing, I will disprove anything. Phil disproved fuck all. It was literally Kiwi Farms that fucking tore apart the whole operation and fucking found out it was some random Belgian couple called a Brongeese or some pish. They were fucking catfishing Phil instead. And keep in mind, this catfishing operation was something that they could have... People on Kiwi Farms were offering this fake escort a lot of money for all the full details, and they said no. They could have fucking made bank off fucking Kiwi farmers for some like fake tidbits of information and all shit. But instead, they fucking held out, which fucking strengthened the apparent credibility of the escorts. I mean, it could have been easy just to fucking make a quick buck off, some people in Kiwi farms and run away with some money for this operation, but they fucking said no to all these fucking random farmers and Kiwi farms fucking trying to get money for some more details about Phil's shenanigans, apparent shenanigans. So, yeah. And there's an actual NDA as well, which Null, the owner of Kiwi Farms, got to see privately and saw for himself. It's also like a legitimate NDA, which is obviously fucking bullshit at the end of the fucking day. But yeah, it was Kiwi Farms themselves that fucking then tore apart the whole entire operation and found out for sure what the fuck was actually going on with the situation. And they fucking proved once and for all that somebody actually tried to fucking con not only Phil, but everyone essentially.
But then, and that's the attitude I take. And now, Adam, you just hit it dead on the head. Because this is the attitude I take now. This was not supposed to be an interview, right? I was just supposed to be a guest on your show. It wasn't my intention to ever come out and have it be like this. On my streams, we don't have this. That's why I wanted this to be the end-all, be-all. You want my actual answers on this stuff, you watch this show, and that's the last thing I'm talking about, right? So This is off my streams. I'm making content. I just want to be left alone. They won't leave me alone. They're the ones who continue the narrative. I'm with Adam. It's the internet. It's going to go on forever. So then why even bother? Why disprove anything? It's on to the next anyway. So once I disprove WWE champions at great personal risk, okay, on to the next. And by the way, now something might happen to me because I exposed myself. So that's why I don't care about it anymore. I've really become, in the 15 years I've been a content creator, I have become so desensitized to this stuff. It's like, what's the next one? I don't care anymore.
If you truly don't care, then you won't bother sending him a screenshot. Because it doesn't matter to you then.
It doesn't matter either way. If anything, if I send Craig the screenshot, it would be out of like respect that he gave me his time today on the show. You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, that's something to think about.
That's a lot of trust too, because again, I'm not saying Craig would ever do anything dishonest or expose me. I'm telling you, there's been times this exact situation has happened, and then something bad has happened to me because I did it.
I haven't. I'll tell you this: I haven't done anything to dissuade your trust or lose your trust. So look, ultimately, this is your call, but the offer's there, and I know you said you didn't want to do anything, with your phone during this. Respect that. That's fine. But you realize that by leaving the door open, by even doing this after the stream, there still allows the opportunity. It goes back to the picture didn't happen. Like if somebody sees you pick up your phone right now on stream, you were to then email it to me right now on stream. And it was this was to happen literally right now in real time as people were watching.
It's on his bucket list. It's on his bucket list. But seriously, it's like number 3 on Craig's bucket list for that to happen right now. I'm just saying.
Once again, I think this is all done. It's all done. It's all done. All right, let's continue on, man.
Bro, Phil, how the fuck did you not know the camera was on? You know what I'm talking about.
I wasn't going to talk about this, but
I did. What the fuck, man? I mean, come on.
Sadly, when it happened, I tried to spin it. I tried to spin it in a very positive light, and I rolled.
This bit's boring. I think we can all agree this bit's a bit boring. This bit's a bit fucking boring, and then I think Phil has like technical issues not long afterwards. So it's like, yeah, hold on. I think Phil actually fucking disappears, and not long after this, when Adam makes a joke. Give me a second here. I'll just fast forward a wee bit more. Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
About that moment, it was stupid, and I
don't
want
this.
to be there forever.
If you're not going to monetize it, we will. Later tonight, the Beat Your Demons t-shirt will be available on the store.
Oh my god! And it's, no.
What fucking strikes me as odd about that? So Phil's camera froze right there. Phil had zero reaction at that point in time when the camera just froze up at his end. It was quite weird, wasn't it? So Craig made a fucking joke. Adam's laughing his ass off. It was pretty fucking funny. Phil clearly is not amused whatsoever. And just coincidentally, he seems to fucking vanish.
Be there forever.
If you're not going to monetize it, we will. Later tonight, the Beat Your Demons t-shirt will be available on the store.
Oh my god! And it's no, that's terrible,
I'm
dude.
Totally good. I thought it was really funny. All right.
Oh my goodness.
So there's a few things that I want to circle back with you on, Phil. Phil, you still there? You look like you're frozen.
Did we lose him?
Gone. He's gone. So, with Phil fucking vanishing off the fucking, show, Keemstar fucking tells him, guys, can I come on so I can fucking defend myself? Because Phil said a lot of fucking random shit about me. I don't want to fucking defend myself.
Right.
Keemstar is joining us. Hello, Keemstar. How are you? Nice to meet you.
Good. It's nice to meet you. You guys have absolutely crushed this. I think you've done more than a fair job with Phil here, and especially like how difficult he is. But with him talking about the $50,000 offer and the Lol Call podcast, I just really wanted to get on to say my piece because he's just dishonest. And I think you guys experienced this, right? He had an opportunity to clear his name so easily, and he just put it off and made excuse, and then goes on to bring up some other situation with hookers and some other lies. And it's like, every content creator has been lied about, right? But in this one issue where he could just prove his innocence so quick and he doesn't take advantage of it, then it's like, and
I told him it's just making you more sus. Like that, it's making me trust your story less. That you're not like, you know what? I want to fucking prove this shit. Like I'm sick of these lies. Let's prove it. You know.
Well, I'll say this. Look, Keem, we appreciate you hopping on. Phil has rejoined us. Phil said he didn't want to be on the show if you were on it. So I'll say, can we invite you back on after we're done with Phil?
Sure. Sure. Absolutely.
Okay. I appreciate it. Okay. We're going to bring Phil back on. We don't want to make things weird. So appreciate you understanding, man. And you have the link. I'll DM you when we're ready. Okay, buddy?
Sounds.
Phil's such a bitch. I don't want to fucking be on if Keemstar's on. Of course, if Phil comes back and says, I don't know what fucking happened. I might got DDoS or something. But Craig then fucking convinces Phil to fucking have Keem on. So let's say fast forward to that point when Phil is able to, Phil is convinced to have Keem share the stage with him. So I don't think it's actually too far away. I don't think Keemstar was holding on for too long. There we go. So let's just rewind it here. So say he's like fucking offering an olive branch or whatever, and here we fucking go.
That he will be respectful and he would love to talk. I think this is a tremendous opportunity to bury whatever hatchet or whatever it is you guys have and mend a fence. I think this is a tremendous opportunity. Are you open to that?
If you want him on the show to talk, I'm not doing business with this man under any circumstances.
Yeah, you established that. That's fine. That's not what he's saying.
Yeah, I'm not trying to broker a business deal or anything like that. But are you open to talking with him now?
I'm curious what he wants to talk about. I'm not being on his stuff. I refuse. So.
Well, I'm going to bring him on.
Wait. So you're okay with him coming on to talk?
As long as he's not going to sit here and insult me or, you guys have already asked me so many questions. I don't want him interrogating me too. It's your show, not his.
That's not,
right.
I mean, Keem, he's watching obviously. So it's like, that's not the case. We're the interviewers. He just said it. He agrees.
Yeah, he agrees. So look, we're going to bring him on. And like I said, I think this is not a tremendous opportunity for friction. This is an opportunity to build a bridge. So let's do this real quick. Keemstar, welcome back to the show. How are you?
Thank you, gentlemen. I appreciate it. And Phil, thank you for letting me on to talk to you directly. I do mean what I said here in the chat, that I will be respectful. I'm not here to interrogate you, but I desperately want to represent my point of view in this situation between me and you. Because what I've heard listening to this podcast or this interview or whatever you want to call it, is you describing problems that you have in your life, paying bills, being harassed by, your detractors or whatever. And I actively went out of my way to solve major problems in your life. And me and you are not friends. In fact, before I put together this business opportunity for you, me and you were fighting back and forth. It started with you on your podcast out of nowhere, reacting to me retiring when I turned 40. And you said, well, that guy's evil and, all these horrible stuff and blood money, whatever you said about me, because you don't like my show Drama Alert. And many of your detractors picked up on right away that the reason why you don't like my show and you don't support me is because we covered the fapping situation in 2016.
Well, that's completely untrue. Dude, you covered it fairly.
Go ahead, respond, Phil.
You covered it fairly. You didn't even really harp on it. One of your guys contacted me behind the scenes, said, do you have anything else to add? Do you want to be on the show? I was like, no. You covered it fairly. I don't think you were unfair at all. That's not the case.
Thank you, because I don't think I was unfair either.
No, not at all. Who told you that? That's bullshit. That's the detractors making shit up. I didn't ever
everybody jumped to that conclusion why you had such a hateful response to me retiring was because of that. Because we have no previous history, Phil.
Correct.
I've never talked to you. The only interactions I've ever had with you is just covering this one story about you.
Mm-hmm.
And just, this is a great example of why I wanted to bring you on, because there's clearly a miscommunication somewhere along the lines, right? Clearly. So, Phil thought Keemstar did this. Keemstar thought Phil did this. All right. So we're in a better place, which is great.
So to move on from that, I see a clip and it's on Phil's stream. He's reacting to my retirement, and he's saying I'm this horrible, evil person, da 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 da, and he doesn't support me. And I responded.
Hold on, Keem, is that true, Phil?
I don't know. I'm sure I've criticized him. I don't know specifically what he's talking about yet.
Okay, continue.
I don't know exactly what was said. I'm going off of memory, but it was something along those lines. The clip gets sent to me by multiple people. So I respond to Phil because the only thing I know about Phil is him being a lol cow, right? Him on stream begging for money to pay rent and stuff like that. That's all I know about him. So I responded to him on Twitter, which I thought was pretty clever, in gaming terms. And I explained to him that, like, we are roughly the same age. We've been doing YouTube for like 15 years each. We started at the same time. And I'm retiring now, and I don't ever have to work again. So I have completed this video game of YouTube. And I said to Phil, you're still on level 1. All right. You're still on level 1, and you're restarting, level 1 over and over again, like a video game, and you're getting nowhere. You're still at the point where you're begging people on stream to pay your bills and whatnot. And I thought that was a good response, right? Even though I am talking trash and, we got a little drama going on for Twitter and whatnot, I thought that I was actually giving you good advice. And,
I was gonna say that
is that advice, or is that more like, because in text
felt
form,
like a backhanded smack,
right,
with internet Twitter battles,
100%, but it's also advice, right? My point in those Twitter videos was that Phil needs to do something different. Imagine you're playing a video game, you're on level 1, and you try the same technique over and over again. All right. And you're dying, and you have to restart the level over. Like, you're never going to beat level 1. And that's the situation that Phil has been in. Right.
And Phil, what are your thoughts on that? Do you feel like there's any truth to that, or do you feel like that Keemstar is out of his way to kind of make you look a fool?
Well, first of all, the best way to give life advice is to, say it in an insulting way, for sure. I mean, makes everyone very receptive to it, correct?
Right.
Sure,
well,
do a
fair
nice
point, but
slap it.
Let him finish, Game,
on Twitter. Is there some truth to it? Yes. Okay. But here's the thing: if you have a criticism of me, then criticize me fairly in a way where maybe I have a chance to have a conversation. Instead, you just go to your platform and you say something nasty about me on there. I'm a tiny little guy. Okay. When I say something on my stream, who hears it? A couple hundred people. Yes, my detractors then echo it. They extrapolate it all over the internet. Boom, it's amplified, correct? But I'm the little guy. You are a big guy, Keem. You're huge. You have a giant reach on the internet. Do you not understand that the stuff that you say and do has repercussions for everyone around you? You seem to be someone that you're not self-aware. You don't understand that when you say something like that, now I have to live with that shit. For months on end, I get, you're on level 1. Phil, level 1. Yo, you've been for 15 years. You're just on level 1. Do you think I need that? I already have enough shit in my life going on. So much stuff. I don't need Mr. Big Time punching down on me, which is what you do. That's why people don't like you, man.
I didn't
how
see
do you
it.
not understand that?
I didn't see it that way. I saw a clip of you talking all kinds of shit on me, like unprovoked, and I just responded, talking shit back. But also giving you advice. That's the way I saw it. Anyhow, after that incident took place, months went by, and this bothered me because I saw the solution the entire time, that Phil needed to do something different. All right. I am a person that recognizes entertainment. I really, really get it. You got to understand, Phil, you have haters, you have detractors. So do I, but I have more. I have more than Wings of Redemption, DSP, and Boogie combined. I have way more haters, but I'm still successful, and I still have new business opportunities, and I'm still making money. I was supposed to retire a year ago, and I'm still doing new stuff and being successful in this platform because I understand this business very, very well. And even though you have that hate, they are viewers, they are your customers. The detractors are your customers. The haters are your customers. And they're more loyal than the people that give you money, that donate on your stream. The people that hate you
echoing
are way
that you're
more
talking
loyal.
about. That's like, you can't pay for that shit.
I mean, look at how many people are here. 2,500 people are here. It's just it's you have a legitimate fan base. Those haters, those people that don't like you, are your fans, and I wanted to solve this issue for not just you, but Wings and Boogie. I looked at all of you guys. You're lolcows, right? You have more haters than like supporters, right? But really, they're all fans. They are all fans. They're all obsessed with you and watching your content nonstop. The solution really is to get the three of you to do a podcast. All right. Those haters are going to watch. They're going to absolutely love that these three guys have come together to make content. Now, between the three of you, you guys don't have the business sense to like really figure this out and make this thing actually happen. But I do. All right. And you guys don't even understand how valuable you are as individuals, as entertainers, because you look at the numbers and you're looking at everything and like, oh, well, I've fallen off. And, you know, that's the mindset that you have. Right. But I have a different mindset for each and one of you, that you guys are amazing entertainers, just not in the way that you want to be.
Keep in mind, this was several months ago. Since then, Keemstar has worked with Wings, has worked with Boogie, has helped them both make thousands and thousands of fucking dollars via the fucking boxing match they fucking had. It restored some of the fucking, you know, it done them both some good, essentially. You know what I mean? They got some fucking exercise out of it, they fucking got out there, they actually fucking pursued that fucking challenge, they fucking got out there. You know? So it's one of those fucking things where Keemstar actually fucking followed through and actually done something, you know, which was fucking worthwhile for these low cows, but Phil Burnell refused to fucking work with Keemstar. He'll fucking still be fucking crying poor every single fucking day. Or just fucking swallow his pride and fucking do something to fucking benefit his fucking family. Most fucking people, you know what I mean? Like, it's a bit of a fucking trope here, but fucking most people will fucking just swallow their pride and say, well, I'll do what, even if I hate what I fucking do, I've got to do it for the fucking sake of doing it for my fucking family. Phil's not willing to do that in this case.
Right? You're lolcows, but there's so much value there. By putting the three of you together, and, you know, each one of you would own 25% of this podcast. All right. We never got to have this conversation, so I do want to have it now, even though I know you're not going to do it. All right. I would also own 25%. I would do the business aspect of it. I've had many success selling podcasts to exclusive deals with Spotify and other companies, multi-million-dollar deals. All right. I wanted to put the three of you together for this show. I would do the business side of the things. And I knew that all three of you would be in a situation where you didn't really trust me, or you're like, I don't know if this is going to work, and you'd have a lot of doubts. So I was just going to take my own money and take $150,000, give you each, just to start off before we even filmed an episode, 50 grand up front to let you know that I was serious and I believe in this concept and this idea. Now, I call Boogie first. I instantly get on the phone with Boogie. All right. He loves the idea. He understands it. He gets it. He reaches out to Wings. Wings is down. And now it's time to talk to DSP. Boogie, the way I understand it, called you, contacted you, and told you what was going on, right?
He DM'd me on Twitter, and we had a brief conversation back and forth in DMs.
And he told you that I wanted to do a podcast with the three of you, right?
Yes, I had no idea that's what you were trying to contact me about, because we never talked. But he said that there was this idea for a podcast, correct?
So you did know.
So Boogie told you or didn't tell you?
Boogie told me that he and Wings had spoken to Keem, and that Keem wanted to do a podcast with all three of us. No money or anything was discussed. He just said, you know, he wants to do a podcast with all three of us. I didn't know that's what Keem was trying to reach out to me. I said maybe that's what it was. I didn't know because I never spoke with him.
Phil, hearing this and hearing the business opportunity that was laid, I don't even know if it's still there or not, but what are your thoughts right now, given what Keem has said to you?
Thoughts? Like,
Yeah.
you mean?
Yeah,
what
just as he's laid this out, like lay out your feelings based on what Keemstar has laid out for you.
I have absolutely no problem doing anything with Boogie or Wings. In fact, you know, I had the conversation with Boogie back and forth a little bit more later in the year. Would he be interested in maybe doing a podcast with me or me being on his show or whatever? You know, whatever it may be. These guys, you know, I did a react about Wings last year about his documentary. You know, that me doing a collab with them, just doing a fun podcast is not out of the question for the future.
But your issue is with Keemstar and his business principles.
Correct.
Okay. So understand. So even if there's an opportunity for you to remove yourself from quote unquote level 1 and potentially have an opportunity further down the line to potentially sell the podcast to something and put 50 grand in your pocket initially, that's a 100% no-go for you.
Oh man. See, I didn't.
Okay, apparently Phil. No, the thing is though, people are getting leaned in Phil's chat right now, but I don't think it's Phil. I don't think Phil's back yet properly. There are moderators right now in Phil's chat. So it doesn't tell you here, but I know I've seen him earlier on. There's a guy called Ansheng that was on earlier on. He was a moderator. But people are getting leaned right now apparently. And it's either just one of Phil's mods or Phil's back and he's just not saying anything yet. So I'll just check Phil's Twitter right now, 2 seconds. I'm on my phone. I'll just update Phil's Twitter. He could be back, who knows? Or about to be back. Nah, nothing yet. But who knows? It's been a good while. It's been a fucking... How many fucking minutes has it been? Or just fucking nothing. We have had Phil having dead air essentially for 45 minutes. 40... How long has it been? Did he come back briefly? I don't even think he came back briefly, but I don't think it was that fucking brief. 50 minutes. 53, 54, 55. It has been over an hour. Yeah, it's literally an hour. It has been an hour. I'm an hour behind when Phil last fucking said anything. So, let's look at an hour ago here. We have Phil fucking saying I'm fucking going.
Stream, you'll know to come back to low when we're starting with gameplay. And again, I apologize for this. It is annoying, but it's the same, you know, what are you going to do? All right, it's life. All right, so...
See, so that's been an hour. And then if you go to live... Jesus. Fucking Christ, this crappy fucking music. People are asking, wasn't it supposed to be 5 to 10 minutes? Phil actually had no idea. Phil didn't know how long it was going to take. He was hoping it wouldn't take long, but he just said that it could be 5-10 minutes, it could be an hour or whatever. And yeah, Phil is still, as of right now, no sign of him. So yeah, this is why we're just checking out side scores to fucking just enjoy that shit. And while we wait for Phil to properly come back. So there we go. And of course we have orders as well.
You put me on the spot. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's what we do. That's an interview.
This is a discussion that cannot be just made by me. It has to be made by my wife. You know, we have to talk about it because this was a discussion we had that, you know, sorry, Keem. Can I criticize you fairly if I'm reasonable and don't, you know, not under the belt? Can I be honest about you?
Sure. You can say whatever you want about me.
Sure.
But I just want to represent how I feel about the situation. I'm not done, but go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, Keem, you are someone who, when you look at your history on the internet, it's very interesting. And I'm actually, I'm impressed with what you've done. You know what I'm saying? Like, I watched a documentary about you last year. You started off trolling people in Halo. I mean, holy shit. And you turned that into an empire of money on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. That's so admirable. And if anything, one of the things you absolutely need to be praised for is your determination. You were shut down time after time. False copyright strikes, real takedown requests, all kinds of shit. People wanted you off the net, right? You're still there. You never gave up. Damn, that's a success story.
Phil, it sounds familiar, dude.
Yeah.
I guess.
It literally sounds like you.
I don't
It's
really
true.
think about
We
it
just
like that.
we just heard your story, and it is. Craig's absolutely right.
Okay. Now, at the end of the day, all right, when you look at what Keem has done and what I have done, I'll probably be forgotten. I'll just be a fart in the wind, right? I got 100,000 videos on the internet. No one's going to remember Darkside Phil besides the guy who jerked off on stream. And, you know, probably this WWE Champions thing will go away eventually, just like everything else. Who cares? But Keem, you know, has a big body of work. He's known. But when you look at how Keem made his money, okay? Again, I'm going off documentaries and things I've seen. I mean, Keem, you have to openly admit that there were a lot of things that you've done that you probably have no issue with whatsoever. You always feel from your perspective, because there's always two perspectives on everything, right?
Holy shit, Phil. I gotta say, this is fucking rich coming from you right now, though.
Yeah,
you're getting your information from the detractors that Keem has, and that's where you're basing this on. When this whole episode, you have been talking about how much shit your detractors have made other people think about you. Like, do you hear yourself right now?
Indeed, I do. That's the nature of the beast. That's how YouTube works, man. That's how all this works, right?
Fuck, man.
You're right. So, from what I've heard and seen about Keem, you know, I call them a misery broker. All right, Keem, on a day when you have a good day, it's because someone else is having a bad day. Someone else has drama going on. Someone else has horrible things happening in their life. It's your good day, man. It's time for you to blow that up, and then you interject like a shoe wedge. Get into that life. Get into that drama, right? You gotta be a part of it. And now get them on your show so that you can pull this out to be not just a one-time thing, but now it's going to be pulled on for weeks and weeks. If there's something,
Phil, do you know the internet at all? Do you know the internet at all?
Yes, I do.
Do you see who's successful on the internet? I mean,
yes.
Yeah, I would probably be more successful if I talk shit on people, but like I don't, and you know, I do what I can because that's just where I'm at, you know. So it's like you can't be upset when people use the algorithms for their advantage, which Keem seems to have figured out.
You're right. And at one point I was a really stupid, jealous guy. Man, I feel like I'm putting out content that's not harmful to anyone. I'm just doing gameplay. I'm dicking around on the internet here with my viewers.
Okay, you guys actually want the Secret Limited's 100 Rage Quits video, so I'm going to just, I'll close this for now. This is still Prophet's wee thing here at the side here, cool. Actually, so yeah, Secret Limited, 100 Rage Quits. Here we go. So I might as well watch this while we wait for Phil to come back, if he even comes back. No sign of him in his fucking chat from as far as I can tell, so yeah, who knows what's fucking happening with DSP. No sign yet, no tweets. But you guys, I mean, is this one of those things, do you want to just listen to 100 Rage Quits, or would you rather just see it as well? I know people really like to see the autos while fucking, you know, doing the stuff, but I feel like it'd be fairer just to fucking have us playing.
Why would I want to continue to play this piece of dog this game? It sucks. Okay, in the last year, how many games did I rage quit? I literally did second wind and the game said, oh, you're just gonna die anyway. When do I ever even rage quit games? Really, when does that ever happen? What the f? Do what I tell you! This, just me. I'm done. Why play it? And say that I am like synonymous with rage quitting. It's completely false. Go ahead. I'm not playing you because you're a scrub. I'm not playing you, idiot. Perfect. You're so good. You're such a good player. Like, what is a rage quit? And just listen to the word, rage quit. You get angry, you quit playing. That's a rage quit. I would love for someone to actually go through my history and pick out the games that I did genuinely rage quit. Out of the hundreds of playthroughs that I've done, how many genuinely I've rage quit? Because I would guess the percentage is quite low. I almost never quit a game. I was the guy who dedicated himself to completing games. So I'm having a dream that basically people are saying every heinous kind of thing they could possibly say about me, but because of who I am.
Hey fam, this is your girl Sammy. What up, dog? We all love to see a good old rage quit with our boy Dockside Phil. Now listen up. Philly boy has quit around 125 games throughout his career. We have rounded it up to all lovely 100 rage quits video. So buckle up, this will be a good one. it doesn't matter if he rages or not. The bottom line is, when Phil starts a playthrough and then doesn't finish the game, that is considered an incomplete run where he quit the game. Online quits won't be counted, matey. These are only optional multiplayer fun. But don't you worry, wonderful. This video will still be piping hot that will get your viewings going. So fam, sit back and relax while one of my homegirls reads out the 100 rage quits from start to finish. And yes, you heard me.
Number 1. Super Monkey Ball Banana Mania.
Final stage. Ready? Go!
Wow.
Fall out.
Wow.
Fall out. Fall out.
In this, your monkey is constantly fucking moving and sliding.
Ready? Go! Fall out.
After all this effort.
Fall out. Fall
Nah,
out.
this is terrible.
Fall out.
He's moving by himself. I didn't do that. He kept moving by himself. This would take like 20, 30 minutes. I don't have that time, guys. I don't. It's fucking already, I've already gone 20 minutes overtime tonight. And this is ridiculously stupid that they would put this like this at the end. How the fuck do I do this?
Hurry up. 10, 9.
How the fuck do you do that? Fuck this game. No, I mean it. Fuck this
Ready?
game.
Go!
How the fuck do you do that? There's no path. There's no path across. Fuck this. No, I'm done. I've already gone half an hour late. Fuck this. It's terrible.
Number 2. Middle-earth Shadow of War.
What happened? The fucking spider got me or something. Now he's enraged by Frost.
But what I really want to do is boil you in oil.
Dude, what the fuck is going on? This guy will not die. I can't get away. I'm done. I'm dead. They wouldn't let me do nothing, dude. It's over. Yeah, this fucking sucks. It fucking sucks. It's too chaotic. It's not even fun. Alright, I'm done. That's it. This game's fucking terrible. Act 4 is garbage. It's great until Act 3. And Act 3 is the technical end of the game when the game is supposed to end. And Act 4 was added just to make money. It's garbage. Complete bullshit. All my fucking war chiefs are higher level than the ones attacking. There's one guy level 44 and he's immune to everything. And I get hit by a million off-screen animations and I die and now I have to retake it. Go fuck yourself. And I mean that. WB Games, go fuck yourself. Monolith, go fuck yourself. You're money-grubbing pieces of shit, and you don't deserve any more money for this game. The game is exceptionally good up to the end of Act 3. Act 4 is a complete waste of time that no one should ever play. So, I'm done with it. I played the game. I beat the story. I got my gold trophy for beating the story, which I did. And I'm done with this game now. Goodbye to fucking Shadow of War. It's a shame. It really is a shame.
I'm just in Phil's chat. I mean, Phil's chat has descended into an absolute sea of these emotes just fucking being spammed like crazy. Like, that is insane. People have had enough. People are fed up waiting, it seems. There's just a sea of these fucking emotes. Holy shit. And of course, Phil, no sign of Phil being back yet. Still has crappy fucking music and playing. Fuck it, you know, no sign of him.
Shame that WB Games completely ruined you, because you are one of the best games of this year, but the fact that your entire fourth act is a money grind is garbage, and I'm not going to play it anymore.
Coming in at number 3, Super Meat Boy the video game.
Oh, dude, this sucks. Limited lives is terrible in this. Good lord! Fuck, dude. Bullshit. Bull fucking shit. Oh, dude, that's complete horse shit. I pressed fucking space bar. Space fucking bar. Oh my god, he completely fuck this fucking fuck.
Number 4. The video game Amy.
Like that? Then keep walking slow, and then I won't die maybe. I don't know. It's my guess. I'm afraid if I use it, this guy's gonna see me. He's looking straight at me. Maybe I should infect myself again.
Phil's apparently back with voice, at least for now, you know. Yeah, Phil's back. Okay, finally, Phil's back.
Post up every play here. Damn.
Okay, back. We're back.
Okay,
Bingo.
everybody, I am coming back, so we can actually have about, I guess, 2 hours of gameplay here today. It's all settled finally. Hopefully, no more interruptions today.
Quick reminder: we have 2 free spaces already. We only need one of these 3 things to happen.
So I will. I gotta post up everything. I gotta let everyone know that I'm coming back. Hold on. Okay, so. Hello. Okay, I guess I need the controller. I gotta post up everywhere. Alright. Alrighty, let me post on Twitter. Let me post on the page here.
$1.25 speeds.
Link to do so.
We'll probably catch up quickly.
My biggest fans are idiots.
Was Phil short?
So it's a good thing that we did Final Fantasy today, as you see. It took a little over an hour. And if we had cut a little over an hour out of our React stream for DSP versus the internet, I think people might have been pretty upset. Especially those who were channel members over there would have been like, dude, that's way too much time to be cut out of the show for the week, and I agree with you. So I'm glad that we did it this way. Although it does suck to lose an hour of gameplay, but that's life. There will be more Final Fantasy 16 later this week on Tuesday's daytime stream, and that one should be an uninterrupted stream, okay? Now, in the meantime, I received a $20 tip from 1 Minute Man.
Of course it's 1 Minute Man.
So thank you to 1 Minute Man for your daily support of my content and my streams. Now, guys, I understand I was just missed out on over an hour of the stream. If you like my content and my streams, if you could support them today, that would be swell. It certainly would help a lot right now. With the fact that I lost out on people who likely would have been here and supporting and are not here now because of that interruption. Okay? So. Thank you for being patient. Lots of you stuck around, which is wild that so many of you did. I thought there'd be like 100 people here. And here we are with almost 300 on the stream. So thanks for waiting. I appreciate your patience. I'll see if I remember how to play this. Okay. All right, I will. And by the way, so tell the story. What happened? I'm not telling you now because we got to play the game. We're late. So you want to know what happened? Tomorrow, join me on the Level 1 podcast in the morning, and I will tell you the full story of what just happened and why I had an interruption. But we're not going to be doing that. We're going to be playing the game because I actually want to play the game today. Here we go. All right, everyone, welcome back to Final Fantasy.
Well, just like that, Bingo's over. We waited that long. We endured all that time to wait that long and Phil didn't bother to fucking say much else. We had 2 free spaces so we can tick off that, we can tick off that. But even though we had 2 free spaces, we were still 1 away, sadly, from a full house. Phil did not say shocked, tired, he did not give prayer hands. It is. Phil's at 78 likes right now. 78. So Phil doesn't have 100 likes either right now. So there we go. We're very close to a full house, but it was not to be. But guys, thank you very much for being here anyway. I hope everyone enjoyed themselves regardless. Sorry for all the fucking... It's been a bit of a strange bingo. It's strange, it's on a Saturday, for one thing. It was a very strange interruption Phil had. Then I fucking elaborated on why. We'll have to wait until tomorrow. I'm not going to be doing bingo tomorrow though. What I can tell you is that Decepticon, he's got his little react thing. He covers Phil's react stuff. But he also told me earlier on he's planning to also cover a podcast. Okay? So check out Decepticon. He will cover the podcast. And there's probably other people as well, of course, doing it. But Decepticon, for one thing, said he was going to do, for a change of pace, he was going to cover the Level 1 podcast too, since I plan on not streaming tomorrow. So there we go. You might actually be hearing from me tomorrow at some point. I'm not entirely sure yet what the full plans are. I don't plan to stream myself, but I might be elsewhere. I'll just leave it at that for now. But yeah, so you still might hear from me tomorrow at some capacity, but I'll be doing bingo again on Monday. So guys, enjoy the rest of your weekend. How you wish to spend it. So of course I'm going to end things with an otters and we'll enjoy the otters together. There's a one... I'm surprised I could scroll down. I thought you can scroll down in full screen, but there you go. That just surprised me. Anyway, there's like an otter in the hole, at least one. There's a couple, it's like, look at that there. One's in the hole and three's over here at the side of the fucking screen. There we go. Anyway, guys. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, guys. However you spend it, you know. I hope you have a good one. And I'm going to just, I'll say, call quits there. I will be back on for some bingo antics on Monday. Until then, have a good one. And I'm going to finish out, always finish, by playing Notorious PIG contributions made by the excellently talented Pixar Animation. So as the otters get fed one more time, I'm going to wrap things up. So thanks again once again, and I'll catch you all on Monday for some more bingo antics. And you might hear from me again over the weekend in some capacity. But bingo will be back on Monday. So until then, guys, peace out.
On September 14th, a pre-authorized payment of $16.51 from PayPal.
All right, Luna Mills has tipped me $1.30. It says, "I'm back. What's your favorite type of shower?" When you're showered in money. When you go outside and all of a sudden greenbacks start falling from the sky and you raise your face up, you're like, oh, you start dancing, you go, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. All right, I don't know what the hell you're talking about, but thank you for the first tip of the day. Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, 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 yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. These contributions are mandatory. Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, 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 yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. These contributions are mandatory. Show me the money. Free. Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, 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 yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. These contributions are mandatory. And it's gone, just gone like that, in an instant.